Okay, welcome back for our next game of D&D. We are up to our Wednesday session of 156, or Phase 3, Season 3, Episode 19. It is the 7th day of the 3rd month of the year 1012, and at the table we have Rhiannon.
Hi! I play Hildren, the slowly becoming accepting of her new role as sovereign of a country, but maintaining her adventuring possibilities for as long as possible. Edge and Arcee, Cleric of Zurchev, Hunter Ranger, and I would give more details, but I don't know what happened last session, so let's leave it at that.
Up next is Martin.
I'm Terrellin Silverleaf. He's a medium fae, but he's also got a background as a tunnel halfling. Don't ask. And an urchin background from Darrakan, no less. And he follows the path of the earth. So I'm hoping the path of the earth would give me some insight of the orb of granite power, and
we're heading to an orb of granite power. Excellent.
They were also told that if someone was to tell you how it worked, it won't work for you.
What?
The items.
You have to find out yourself.
Oh, that's right. I have to pick an item.
So, path of the earth.
No, for the magical items you were given the last session that you picked.
Yeah.
The new queen said the items will only work for you if you learn how to use them yourself.
Yeah.
So, when you say yourself, I can use the path of earth to...
That's you learning to do it yourself.
Okay.
If Dimitri goes, I cast this spell on it and it does these things, and you're going, I hate you.
Right.
That's how Dimitri steals all the items from us.
Well, it won't work for him because they weren't given to him.
So he's a level 13 adept. Path of the walking rock.
And you're going to do Calcrix's introduction for Ariadne as well. You volunteered for
No,
that.
I did that.
Not on camera though.
Oh, okay. Path of the... Yeah, so... Calcrix, child of Tiamat and Bahamut, and there's a fae, there's a wimp, or what's the...
Companion?
Eep.
Eep.
And she's got a coffee empire and cookie empire and is a large dragon. I've forgotten the rest.
So, hey, look,
Jazz
your
Wings.
memory's still
Jazz
doing pretty
Wings.
well.
Yeah, Jazz Wings is yours.
Jazz wings. Well, I held up the thing.
You gotta,
It's all good.
shake it back and forth for the wings. There we go.
Okay, there you go.
Perfect.
Up next is AJ.
Hey viewers, my name's AJ. I play a human bard named Makeda Aiden, or Merc for short. Merc's a trader by trade, or a merchant by trade, head of the Merchant Guild. He's lived a bit of a clandestine life and knows how to pay the right people to do the nasty things as to not dirty his hands. He follows the path of I'll do what I want to get the thing I want, and he's more likely to be found on the floor of a bordello than he is kneeling at a church pew.
Isn't it the same thing for him?
Whatever serves him best for that moment, absolutely.
He's just got to be in church with the appropriate God, that's all.
That's right. Is there a god of lust and good
There are
times?
lots of them.
Lots of them.
Very
Several.
good. And then he probably has tattoos dedicated to those gods, I would say.
There are specific gods who you have a good time and the other person does not.
Yeah, well, as long as he has a good time. It's only one person that he's worried about having a good time, and that's himself.
Because there is a self-gratification god.
There you go. There's God for everything.
I mean, there's also the Darrican god of thieves who gave Seiko her quest.
Yeah. And he's also the god of merchants too, so there are many gods.
Double whammy.
Yeah, so I'd assume he's one of yours.
Up next is Sean.
I am playing as Cetus, the elven Water Ganassi berserker, child of the mother below. Is that her name?
Really?
The lady below.
The lady below.
That's why there was a
You didn't know at the time.
congress between... Right.
He learned
Probably-
as he was playing.
It was a
Right.
side effect of his resurrection by his current wife.
She used a material component from her.
Right. Okay.
Yep.
I may have found a Kraken, half Kraken sort of minifigure that I thought about, but
Yes, he now has a Kraken transformation form, which I'm sure will be very helpful when we're in a dungeon and have to use it.
So if you do ask the
No one
powerful-
see the cat up on the cabinet?
No,
No.
I can't even see the cabinet properly.
sorry,
I was
hungry.
That's okay. If you do see the cat on the cabinet, please encourage him to get back on the
distractions.
Sorry.
Did I say he was a berserker?
Yes.
I think that's everything.
And online today we have Jeremy.
Good evening, all. I'm playing Dimitrios, the now noble gentleman of Karaminka, the kingdom of Karaminka, having been instrumental in helping the formation of that kingdom. He'd grown up from his peasant ladies, and now, let's go. Advisor and wise man to kings and royalty all over the world, and the whole world.
And former emperor of a nation.
I feel I take umbrage
He
at
doesn't
the
need to bring
word
up things
wise
in
man.
factors like that.
I feel I take umbrage at the word wise man.
And I'm surprised he keeps dropping out that he was emperor for a time.
It's how you use it. It's wise
Just for a
man.
time?
Hey, you're a wise man.
He doesn't need to bring up such insignificant historical figures. So,
Okay, so the music I did earlier was from Pathfinder's Into the Cinderlands soundboard, and it was a interesting tribal music, which I thought was suitable for tonight. So for the recap, to give you an idea of what happened, you traded the Stormlord's king to the Lady Below by sinking a ship as an offering after killing her priests.
No, well,
That's the result, not what happened.
no, Ariadne resurrected them.
Yes, but the thing is, that's after the fact.
Okay.
And we also discussed at the time that it doesn't always work.
I feel like I should get my notebook and fill in a few of the gaps there.
People are always welcome to fill in. I will go for dot points.
I was busily engaging in the avoidance technique for anxiety and introductions. And I didn't immediately pick up that we were back into actual games and
I was just doing the
summary.
Summary.
Yes.
Which I very much appreciate.
And after some careful negotiations with a dragon and a kraken, they went back to the storm giant princess and said, your dad's gone.
no, except that he was being properly incarcerated for misdemeanors.
Like I said, I'm doing the abbreviated version.
No, I'm not a big fan of the GM's abbreviated versions
He
because
is serving the sentence for the crimes that he has committed.
that is much more accurate. We got to deliver the unfortunate news that your father killed your mother, They were in an abusive family violence situation, which you may not have realised because parents often hide that sort of stuff from the children. But I have a feeling these 3 daughters have a good idea.
Oh, they had no understanding because while he had the crown, she had no free will.
That's right. So we've explained all of that to the daughters and told them that for the benefit of all giant kind, including themselves, he will be serving out his eternal sentence.
So the
In an
curse
unknown
of the
location.
crown was any request made by the person wearing the crown, all Giant King had to obey to the letter of the statement. Not to the intent, to the letter of the statement. So if you sort of state something as an that's outrageous, but use something completely different, you'd wind up with a lot of bad things happening.
Yeah, it would be really important to get your grammar right. Like instead of don't eat grandma, don't eat grandma.
I
Yes.
think it's the let's eat grandma.
Let's eat grandma.
Oh,
Let's eat grandma.
Grandma.
Yeah.
There was a comma there.
I love having ADHD. It is such a convenient thing to have. There is not one session here in absolute order.
while Ariadne's looking,
Yep.
we got the items,
Yep.
and if it hasn't been claimed, and I've spent 2 weeks trying to figure this out as to whether Hildren would go sovereign route or her personal preference, and I think she's going her personal preference. So if it hasn't been claimed, the Pennant of the Sky would be my preference.
I was gonna say when you said you said you're gonna ask for more information. I was like, that's all
Yeah.
the information we got.
I thought there was going to be more information, but a lot of what we've got to do is we've got to figure it out ourselves.
I was trying to decide between the Gavel of the Arbiter, which was sovereign, it sounded sovereignish, or the Pennant of the Sky, and I just kept getting drawn back to the Pennant of the Sky.
Go with your gut feeling, I say.
And Calcreeks also had a choice to make.
Yes, Calgary is still. She's found the 11th of the 3rd, 26. But I'm pretty sure we're in May now, so I'm looking for an April date.
You're looking for the 22nd of April.
Yeah, it was our anniversary.
Is it pennant? Like the banner type pennant?
Well, there's the 6th of the 4th.
If it helps, I believe Calcrix was wanting to ask if she could do an extra thing to get an extra reward.
She did.
Yes, I think that was. What the heck have I done? I can't find
I
it.
think it was something about finding the other staves.
Oh, that was my other question. Was the
Yeah, I think it was to
King,
do with
the Storm
finding
King's
the
crown.
other staves.
I think one of the items is like a 1 of 10 staff. Or stave. There's 10 of them, and only I think one of them was a reward, or somebody currently around us has one of them.
The
Rod of the Void
find
was-
my notes from the
I think
session,
that's
so I
the
can't
one.
do a
the
summary.
Rod of the Void was interesting, but I'm like, Hildren wouldn't go for the Rod of the Void. Either of my other 2 characters would.
A point where I'm absolutely seriously considering a brain transplant.
Jeremy
Do you
does
want me
keep
to have a look?
Remy does keep saying he wants a brain chip.
And so it was known as the
It might even be in a
Corolmar
different
Scepter
book.
that they wanted you to
That's the
return.
problem.
Are there other books?
There's
Corolmar?
4 different games in here.
That's helpful.
Lenore
So,
Scepter.
yeah.
Spell.
K-O-R-O-L-N-O-R.
I'm not against you having a look, but you
L-N-O-R.
pretty much have to look at every page.
True Dead Merchant
To
Princes,
return
that
to
doesn't
the-
sound relevant.
That's basically the ruling scepter of their clan.
So for the Storm Kings.
Yeah.
For the Storm Giants.
Though the princess has claimed title of queen now. That the father is definitely out of the picture.
Did we find any pieces of the Storm King's crown?
You did not.
No, not yet.
Friends, we did search the boat before we went down, but
Yes.
You know he wasn't wearing it because that was the reason why the wife decided she didn't like him anymore.
We were heading towards a dragon, whom I wrote the name down of, who
Emerth.
was the blue dragon hidden in the Storm King's throne room the first time we went there. They are that's our lead to the shards of the Storm King's crown.
I think that dragon ran off with one of the
It
stars
did.
that we were looking for.
That's right.
and the dragon was Amorth or something, wasn't it? Amorth or...
I have the name written down, but I was
It is
trying to do
Ilmrith
my
is correct.
coffee, and
Would you mind holding this for a second?
Coming up, you
I suspect that the cat has knocked
One
all
of the
that
scepters?
down and made a mess.
They have knocked the milk pot off of your coffee machine. And
Yeah,
there is
that's-
now milk on the floor.
No, that's fine. I'll take care of it.
So,
Just keep him out.
The
of
blue dragon ran off with one of the
Keep
scepters?
him out of the kitchen, and I'll tidy up.
Well, it's the only scepter they have.
All right.
He's coming for
So
you.
ran off with the
Lock off the
current.
kitchen.
With the Storm King.
Yeah.
He
ruling
knows
scepter.
that milk's on the floor.
Yes.
Got 6
Feel
of
free to go back to bed, and I'll take care of what's left.
Wednesday, 6th of the 4th. That sounds not quite.
It's not
close
quite
enough.
right. Out.
Yeah, the date is Wednesday the 22nd of the 4th.
Look, I don't seem to have the notes. Look, we'll just continue on. I'm not going to hold up game for 45 minutes while I try and find notes that could be anywhere.
So the artifact throne they have does not work without the scepter.
Sounds
Did
very
we address the
valuable.
whole she can't be the matron unless the gods give her the matronship or something?
She can never be the matron.
She can never be the matron.
She was born, not created.
Yep.
None of the matrons were born.
So there's no way of getting a matron of the Storm Giants back.
The matron is a titan.
Yeah.
They only get one life.
Can the gods make another one if they so choose?
Potentially, but then it may not be the storm, a storm giant.
Yep.
Because basically they're also the progenitor of their race. So any new storm giant matron would probably wipe out all the other storm giants and start again.
Start again, yeah. Okay.
Because none of them would then be her descendant if she didn't. So they all have control over their descendants to a varying degree.
That makes things a little more difficult.
All I got from that
they
is we
really
like
want
it
the
in
scepter.
Race of Giants.
What I hear is the scepter is way more valuable than just one more item off this list. That's what I hear.
Player knows what happened to the Storm Giant matron, but that's a different thing.
Okay, so you had accepted the quest to get the scepter. What was unsaid was she would actually tell you how you can activate more of the item that will work for you if you can get it back. And if you abandon the quest, you'll just recall the items. Which means you may have it now, but they're not yours unless you actually have completed her quest.
We need to get our terms of reference right. No kidding.
Isn't that your job, merchant?
No, we should have done that because we did the job. We got the information on her father.
I don't think it's in this book.
Well, she never demanded the return of the crown.
No, she didn't.
Somebody else wanted the crown.
Yeah. The Hill Giant matron, on behalf of all the other matrons, has asked for the crown. And we know the shards are part of the matrons. And we know that it's not going to be a horrible thing if we give, we have instructions from one of the gods that it's okay to give, I can't remember, we did one sort of out of plane thingy. It's okay to give the shards back to
I know
matron.
The matrons.
Law, but I've lost my notes.
I asked someone, that was my question for something. We all had a question for someone. Oh, the Frost Dragon. That was my question to the Frost Dragon. is it going to be disastrous if we give the matrons back pieces? And the answer was no. They have grown and changed and matured.
Okay. And then they were teleported at the end of the session, I believe. Because also, actually they hadn't, because Carcrix was going to do lore on Imreth.
Yeah, I think we're going to have a long rest before we do the next.
That's why I was
Places
looking.
well
I
by
know I've
memory.
written notes, but I can't find them.
I think it was 2 or 3 days travel.
So where are we going?
To talk to this dragon.
We know where Imrith is, I believe.
I heard something about a desert adventure.
Yep. In Yularum, they believe.
Wow.
If it had been in any of the other northern deserts, you'd be in trouble.
Hildren hasn't been to Yularum. Okay. Sorry, flicking in my head going, who was it that's been there?
Technically, Hildren could have in her past because it borders the northern reaches.
Yeah, she probably has. And we didn't like the ambassador. The ambassador was an arse. But, you know, beyond that, she doesn't know much about Yularum. Well, she probably does, but she hasn't.
The big take for the Norse is the Yularum are backwards in their beliefs about women.
Oh, yeah.
And if they cross into the northern reaches with those beliefs, they generally don't cross back.
Nope.
Unless it's in some form of multiple boxes for each body part that's left.
The ambassador refused to acknowledge the presence of women. So Hildren and a knight and a noble lady kept playing pranks on him. Like, making him stink and summoning insects to continually bite him and all this. Like, nothing particularly harmful.
While he wasn't acknowledged them, he also was not permitted to retaliate.
Mm-hmm.
So if he was to retaliate, he would then be acknowledging, at which point he would have been breaking his belief.
So he had 3 fairly strong women who were pissed off at him playing pranks.
And Genric. So Genric was immediately stopped before he set him on fire.
Mm. Well, you were male. Genric was male. He could retaliate
And
against
wearing
you.
a dress.
Mm.
There's nothing wrong with wearing a dress, no matter what your gender is.
But, yeah. It was annoying at first, and then we had fun. It was a bonding moment for the 3 of us.
Are we waiting on me at all, sorry?
I was going to do the law on Imrith that you were able to gather.
Sorry.
It's okay. You're just sorting out what the cat made a mess of.
Monday night met the Shining One.
Okay, I think
Finishing the floor.
Some characters were very close to being killed off.
okay, so not the best.
The form my character is currently in, Shizio, spent a lot of time taking down musical notations and notes and notes for a story.
So the Shining
There's gonna be
One,
an epic
as
tale.
a god, pretty much tested them on the principles of that he teaches kobolds.
Yeah.
And if they didn't prove to be able to deal with those principles, he was just going to kill them outright.
Okay.
He came close.
And I got to roll a really cool performance check because the lizard folk we were meeting were singing. I guess it's not even singing.
Martin, as long as Rhiannon can take notes, you could do the
Yep.
humorous stuff. I can hear them.
Okay, so
I'll tell you about it later.
Carcrick is able to report on what she's learned of Imrith. Imrith is one of the great worms who has been around for quite some time. Said to be one of the early dragons to come back when dragons did return to the world after the altercations with the giants and Blackmaw.
So is this an original dragon who's returned, not an elf turned into a dragon?
He's a dragon who came back into the world. Most people don't associate with the fact that there were 2 different breeds of dragons. So, from the lore perspective, it comes back from what people have written or known.
Yeah.
And the thing is, it says the return of dragons. Not that they're a new race, not that they're a different race.
Oh, player knowledge. I was looking for player knowledge rather than character knowledge.
And I'm trying to stick to the character knowledge.
Okay.
Character knowledge is player knowledge.
No. Otherwise, I would be particularly screwed.
And she had set up her lair under the main river of Nithia.
Which no longer
Which
exists.
is no more.
Is it now children's country?
I don't know. I didn't.
It's now a large desert in the middle of fertile lands.
Is that the Blue Dragon City?
You don't know.
Okay. Caltrix would know.
Is it the
Only if
the
I got to
city
that part in the
underground
war.
where I met River, a blue dragon there?
There- There is a blue dragon there, and there is a thing, but I was actually trying to finish the statements before
Sorry.
everyone sidetracked down a completely different line of thought, but we can go there if you prefer.
Sorry.
Apologies.
I did it. I'll be
I'm
quiet.
only listening from the kitchen. Here's an apology coffee.
Okay.
Let me just.
Sorry.
I will be quiet and stop
That's
asking
okay.
for clarifications.
I was trying to figure out where I was.
Lair under the main river of Nithia.
Yep. Okay. She's said to be mother to some of the elemental dragons.
Literal mother or mother figure?
Literal mother,
Okay, cool.
but has no desire to advance. Mainly because she likes tinkering with mortals too much. And if she advances through the different evolutions, that becomes impossible.
That's an interesting insight.
Chromatic dragons can literally rule a kingdom inside the mortal realms if they were so to choose. But the next evolutions aren't permitted that. So they have what they call their hidden kingdom of dragons for all the other dragons. So all the dragon warlords will be chromatics. Which is why they're considered evil. Okay. She's also the dragon appointed to monitor the storm giants, and has done so throughout the years. And recently, there's reports of her dissatisfaction with the task, believing the punishment far exceeded its basically people are being punished for it who had nothing to do with it. So is it fair to punish the many generations of people for something their ancestors did? So questioning the cruelty of what was set up.
Sense of justice.
Which also goes to the there was a belief in the good intentions behind what they set up to stop it ever happening again. And with her influence, the giants have allowed all the other races to prosper and advance. But has stopped the giants, pretty much hobbled their evolutions. To the point now that giants have fallen behind the rest of the civilizations. There is also a reference to a council debate in the dragon capital in the Worm's Teeth Mountains, where they were discussing whether or not to end the enslavement of the giants. And that was where it brings up a couple of dragons on the... if the giants decide to retaliate, if they're set free, they can still put them down. They would rather fight them freely than to enslave them. Mainly because that's more work. Most of the arguments for letting them free was then they're no longer our responsibility.
And so we, with the belt of the hill giant strength, are we bound by that?
If the Storm Giant crown is ever in your vicinity and they ask you to do something, you are caught up in that.
Right.
You have no free will.
If that happens, I'll grab it and rip it off you. Throw it to the ground.
Anything that gives you the abilities of a giant gives you the vulnerability to that effect. And they don't even get a saving throw.
I feel like I'm going to be controlled by something very soon, considering I have both the hill giant strength and the dragon slaying sword.
Maybe you become a Kraken dragon.
We'll get to that when we get to that. I've seen a few things in the lore that might implicate it happening soon.
Stick around for 2 more game years.
Have to make it that long.
Okay, and there is reference to the fact that she has a hidden lair under the desert of Ilarum now. Not associating it with Nithia because no text can do that. The fact that it actually spoke of Nithia meant that Calcrix, who has knowledge of it, is able to make that reference.
But she wouldn't actually be able to tell us because it would auto fuzz.
Okay, and as a last bit is, it would say that Emerith is counted amongst the top tier of the Dragon Kingdom spellcasters. There are a few who are her equal. It does not speak of anyone better. Also references the fact that dragons do not die of old age.
Nice lore done. The page in a bit.
But that represents the law that Calcrix manages to bring up. It also says that probably one of the extra things in there is Emerith is also considered one of the dragon sages who delves into lore none of the other dragons seem to understand. And very few have interest in.
So we have a good idea of where we're heading then?
Ilarum.
The Ilarum, yes.
Do I still have the spear that I borrowed?
You do not. You gave that to Drazzle.
Okay, cool. So I can go into Ilarum without being instantly hunted down. Nice.
That is correct.
Anyone else have anything that they've stolen off the Sultan that they probably shouldn't have?
I don't think I've met the Sultan. I
Not
feel
to my
more
knowledge.
like the only contact Hildren has had really with Yalarum has been killing the annoying, obnoxious guys, and that one ambassador who I wasn't allowed to kill.
Well, if we do get the privilege of meeting him, you're in for a treat, and that's not sarcastic or anything. He's a really cool person to meet.
Yeah. Seiko knows this. Hildren doesn't.
I'm still in the kitchen, but I finished cleaning up the milk mess just to drop my cordial bottle and make a different, entirely alternate mess to clean up.
Okay, the only reference you have to where to find the lair is a lovely place called Valley of Death.
I've been
Sounds
there.
like my kind of place.
And you assume her lair is probably what gave the name to the valley.
Considering my background and the fact that Northern Reaches borders it and everything, do I know anything about Yalarum?
You've heard of the Valley of Death. That's where Norse disappear.
And blue dragons or anything about Yalarum?
Blue dragons don't go to deserts because their abilities work better in water. Why would they be anywhere near a desert? That's just crazy talk.
Okay. So the Valley of Death is a place where Norse disappear.
Yeah.
And
As does anyone who enters in there, because no one really comes back from the Valley of Death, hence its name. Said to have great loot opportunities.
Sounds
I
like a
hear
great
something
place to
about
go.
a gangster's paradise as well.
Well, you've got to walk through it first.
Yeah. I guess have a look at yourself.
Yeah. You've got to realise there's nothing left.
Yeah, I think that's enough.
so we're going into a place that I don't really respect, don't like.
And is almost on the opposite side of the world from where you are,
Yeah.
in
But
the
that's on-
northern hemisphere.
That's on one side. The other side, loot.
Yeah, I have no problem with that. I'm not concerned. It's not like when I was worried that I was going to have to deal with the kobolds and the Shining One and trying not to get into a fight with said kobold. This is like,
Yeah. Well, we've already met a kobold that's known for eating Northmen. So if you didn't
yeah,
give a
he's the
fight,
one I
we'd-
don't like.
Yeah. Well, if we see him again,
He was trying to bait me into a fight
let's kill him. Why not?
because,
See? No reason.
gee,
Dimitri also mentions if you go into Ireland, so yeah, the deserts are dangerous, but don't travel on the roads.
Well,
What?
we can use the flying carpet.
He said that the deserts are dangerous, but do not travel on the roads.
Ah, yeah.
Is that because of bandits?
No, it's because it's much more dangerous to be on the road. You'll lose knowledge.
He's saying that the roads are more dangerous than the desert is, even though the desert's pretty dangerous.
So he's not telling you why.
Like I said, you'll lose knowledge.
That's the outcome, not the reason.
but not wisdom.
But that's why they're so dangerous, as far as Dimitri's concerned. They can't be more dangerous than losing knowledge.
Losing sense of self?
Well, that's part of knowledge. Especially in the case of Dimitri.
Yeah, this isn't a place that Hildren fears. She's just like, I don't really want to go there, but sure.
Caprix loves Dilara.
Okay, so the first question is, how are you going to go from one side of the world to the other?
The concept of teleportation
Ooh, wait a
only
minute.
went specifically to.
What was
Yeah.
Calcris saying?
You know that city where I met River?
Yeah.
I got the teleportation coordinates so I can do a teleportation circle to that city,
You can.
which puts us directly under Yalarum. Do we know we want to go to the Valley of Death?
You do, yes.
Yep.
If we go to Yalarum, we can get supplied there and go from there to the Valley of Death.
Sure.
We don't want to get into the city of Yalarum.
Okay, so
It's
as
under
an
the city of
example, you
Yalarum.
guys are basically somewhere around here. at the moment, or somewhere along this length here. I'm not exactly sure where at this stage, but you want to go all the way up to roughly where that dot is, where the point is.
Yeah.
I mean, if it comes up, Hildren looks at Dimitri and then Calcrix and raises an eyebrow.
So, what do you mean if it comes up?
How are we going to get to Yalarum?
Well, look, do you want to spend ages getting there, or do we want to teleport to the city and then...
Oh no, she was looking at the two magic users who can teleport.
Dimitri said, when you said about teleporting straight to Yalarum City, he said you don't want to go to the city.
It's under the city.
She's talking about teleporting to the Dragon Academy.
Yeah. Because, like, I know people, and we can get supplies. And they might even be able to send us to the Valley of Death.
Yeah, and that's right, it's just the way you were talking about Yalarum, I got the impression you were saying Yalarum as in the capital of Yalarum country.
No, it's the Dragon Academy, Water Academy underneath, not directly under Yalarum, but we got there.
That sounds great. Yep, absolutely.
It is directly underneath Yalarum City.
Is it?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well,
That's how you got to it.
Take it back. It is directly underneath Yalarum, but it's not Yalarum.
And as long as we're going directly to the academy, and then you don't have to come out through Yalarum City, that's fine.
No, we'll have options, I believe, because we used it to get out of Yalarum without going through Yalarum, because I had a stolen spear that I really didn't want to be caught with.
At this point, Hildren would ask, why don't we want to go in the city?
Because that's the word.
It's a Dimitri thing.
What's in the city? The road.
Yes, so what's so bad about the roads?
So if you're leaving from the city, you have to effectively go by the road.
No, you don't.
What's so bad about the roads?
I've been...
You lose knowledge, I already said that. Did you not listen?
What do you mean by losing knowledge?
Exactly.
Calcrix has got to gently stick a hand over Dimitri's mouth and goes, I've been in and out of Yalarum plenty of times without using the roads. I know how to get us in and out without going through the gates. That will take away memory bits, because there's certain things about Yalarum that Yalarum doesn't want you to remember.
Okay, so there's memory manipulation magic. That makes sense.
And
Thank you, Calcrix.
Calcrix knows that the teleportation circle will take her to the outpost that leads to the academy, but not directly to the academy because they protect that entrance.
Yes. But
which is the point that is directly under Yalarum City.
But we could resupply there, and we could leave not via any of the gates and the roads, because...
So it's not the roads, it's the gates?
Look, I'm
bit of
trying
both?
not to go into too much detail, because I think there's a reason you guys aren't supposed to know. Is there a reason?
Yes, because knowing means that that's the first thing they'll lose.
Yes. So, Calcrix just goes, trust Calcrix, reasons. I have ways in and out to avoid the roads.
So anyone who doesn't know the reasons is not affected by it.
For one, I have connections, like, I don't know, the Sultan serves me tea personally because I'm apparently very entertaining. And as long as that happens, I'm pretty sure that we can get around.
Looks directly at Calcrix. Happy to take your lead.
I'm pretty sure it's the shadow puppets.
I do have a different way of getting there, which is probably cool, but will take us a lot longer to get there.
You want to go by worm?
Yes.
You can do the wormway thing too?
I have several friends who are druids.
I've done it once, and I think the worm
So if we go over to that...
Morrigan did it once.
Look, I'll let the
cool
GM warn as to whether or not going to the outpost and then...
It will not reach the destination before you run out of time.
Yeah. And that's what I'm thinking about, is...
Teleportation makes sense.
Plus you also have to cross vast oceans.
We can use it after we get across the oceans.
If you get across the oceans, you're pretty much there.
And this is the last pair of
But
socks
isn't
I
that
had
as
that were
cool?
clean and
We can show up in a giant purple worm.
We can do the worm later.
So here it's not exactly a purple worm, and it will be...
Dune worms.
Is there a much
similar
difference
to
between
the purple worm here, and it's called the World Eater.
Yes.
That's
I like that
that's the
guy.
official title of these worms.
So it's the Norse mythology snake.
No, it's a very specific creature called a world eater.
I was making a bit of a reference and a
And I
joke.
was using the in-game lore.
I mean, there
Yogmund?
is like a massive worm in Dune.
Yes.
And Jeremy, did you want to add anything at that point?
I was going to say, yes, literally the worm eaters are, sorry, the world eaters, yes. Dimitri's come across a few over his career. So,
As has
Yeah.
Trellin. Trellin
Yeah.
had interacted with them as well.
Oh, yeah.
Happy to
That's how you got
teleport.
to the Hollow World at one point.
Mm.
that's right.
Doing a very similar thing to what the spell does.
So Martin, these Calcrics remember
And
correctly then?
not especially the way Dimitri liked to travel.
Calprix is remembering.
Yes. So she does know she can get to the outpost, and she does know she's gotten in and out of the city before without going through the roads.
Yes, so if you follow the underground river as it flows, you will reach the Dragon Academy.
Yeah.
Okay.
And what do we have to look forward to?
If we make it into the Dragon Academy, dragons.
Okay.
And they have lots of cool stuff.
How many gifts do I have to prepare?
Just one for the main dragon.
Okay, so I don't have to give one to every dragon we meet?
Mm.
Just clarifying etiquette here?
Etiquette, technically, yes. But technically you can give every dragon you meet a piece of string. As long as that string has some kind of worth or story to it, you can give it to them.
And if you give them a gift that has no meaning to you, that's an insult.
Yes.
Yeah, I get that.
So
I'm just trying to figure out.
Calcrix now pulls
How to
out a
follow the
bunch
etiquette.
of origami figures that she's made out of special paper, and then gives you special paper and goes, you could always make yourself some origami figures.
Representing people you know.
Yeah.
Sounds fun.
And they work as gifts to dragons.
As long as that doesn't give the person to the dragon.
And she also pulls out a little sort of crafty vial kit, and it's full of all these, like, it looks like glitter, but it's actual gem dust. And you sprinkle it with gem dust, and a dragon goes, ooh, gem dust.
So as long as this isn't like giving a dragon your true name, and it doesn't actually, give your relationship.
You're not getting your origami toy back, I'm telling you that much.
No, I can do the origami toy. I just don't want to give up rune.
And I will invoice you for replacement gem dust, because it does cost me money. But not apparently. It is gem dust, it's not very expensive.
Yeah, I have no problem with this. Anybody else for some origami session?
Yes.
Okay, so you end up spending the night at the palace before you choose to head out.
I feel like not only should we make our little origami figures as presents, we should have a play. Because it's fun.
Hildren just keeps making as many as she can, not knowing how many dragons we're going to need to meet and greet and give gifts to.
Be mindful that while you're making the dragon or the origami present, she can teach you any shape you like. She makes a lot of little sort of things related to stories she tells. So you'll find that there's a little Drachnama origami puppet, and she'll tell a Drachnama story, and then there's a Lani one, there's a Merc one, a Cetus one, a Trellin one, so she's got all these little like origami figures, and then she'll tell a story with them, and then that gives it value.
Some dragons also prize stories as a gift.
Yes.
Merc takes the night to write a bunch of brand new songs.
But he's happy to lose.
And he's happy to lose, exactly.
Yes.
And to give, I suppose his effort and soul goes into the making of these songs, and he's prepared to give them completely and have them erased from his memory.
Yes.
Every origami
that's
figure
entirely appropriate.
Hildren makes, while she's making it, she's thinking of the memories and the connections and the...
Yes. You won't lose the memories and the connections. because you've imbued the figure with a portion of it, but you do not have to give your whole, which is how you get away with not losing your name.
See,
to a dragon.
This is what I'm trying to... Like, I don't want to lose my people, but I'm happy to share some story or memory of those people.
And Martin was wanting to speak up.
Sorry.
So, I've got a calligraphy kit, and I've got access to it, and can I give the calligraphy to...
Yes, you can draw a picture,
Yep.
write a little poem,
Well,
write a phrase.
From the calligraphy point of view, is if he was to do instead a thing with their name on it.
Calcrix
Yes.
is excited though. She's just got an idea for all of us. Fortune cookies. You write the little notes, I'll make the cookies, and then we can give all the dragons little fortune cookies.
There you go.
Come on, tell me this is
Would
not a
that
great
be
idea.
beneficial?
The difference is who is it from and who is it personally from. And who,
It can be
who-
personally from Chellen, he wrote the things, but she still wants to make cookies.
That would work, yes.
Merc will eat cookies if that helps.
So will Calcrix. There's got to be test batches.
Absolutely.
Can't give a dragon an inferior cookie.
Of course.
Every batch must be tasted.
Have to perfect it.
Absolutely.
Okay, so while you're resting overnight, you do hear the storm giants singing through their castle, mourning the loss of their king and celebrating the new queen.
I know she's pretty busy, like baking and stuff. But Calcrix did want to spend some time with the daughters to just create a positive
At this
dragon
stage,
giant bond.
for that night, you were doing the legend lore and other stuff,
Okay, that's fine.
and they were doing their giant traditions.
That's fine. Can I come back here later?
You can return here and later and talk to them, yes.
Okay, cool. I'm not writing notes, but I'm going to hope to remember that.
Okay. Morning comes up and you can do your teleportation ritual.
I'm pretty sure it just involves drawing a very elaborate circle and adding certain things and so on to it. Well, chanting? Is that correct?
That is correct.
Is
Does
each chanting
Dimitri write down the sequence?
ritual?
I was going to say, Dimitri's happy to teach Calcrix a fast way of doing the ritual, and therefore exactly you get stuck to what the ritual made done.
Is there a faster way to do the ritual?
As a wizard, he has an ability to speed up any ritual magic.
Most of the rituals that Dimitri does takes less than a minute.
She's happy to learn how to. Will that go into like downtime and things?
Unfortunately, as a class feature, she doesn't have access to.
Aww.
So it's more of just showing off.
She will learn for the sake of learning, because she knows that even though Dimitri will probably never come to respect her as any kind of, I don't know, equal, she still does believe he has valuable knowledge. But in terms of him learning it, Calcrix is more than likely going to at least use... I think she's got a spell that can hide at least some of the coordinates, because she's not going to give the Dragon Academy outpost location to non-dragon people without asking the dragons first. She would get in a lot of trouble.
Do you tell Dimitri I would like to keep this secret?
Yes, I will explain to Dimitri that I very much appreciate his knowledge, but I don't want to be killed by my own kind for parting with information before I ask them. And I'm pretty sure you don't want to be hunted down by them either. Even though you might be able to escape them, I'm not as confident.
Dimitri's perfectly happy. The idea, no. If it's knowledge you don't wish to share, or that you're not in a position of sharing at the present time, that's perfectly understandable.
It's more position, not willingness.
Yeah, at least he does recognise that, but he does specify that if you're not willing, yeah.
Do I have to roll a
no,
propulsion
as I said,
check
like-
on not slapping Dimitri? No, I'm joking. Violence is never the answer, they say. Until I use Greater Dragon Breath, right?
Or Storm Kick. That seems to solve a lot of problems. Okay, so not long after you guys are up, you find that there is a portal open from the Storm Keep to somewhere else, and you can feel the heat coming out of that location. Which, considering the time of year, it should, if it's in where you think it is, it should be still cold over there. As it's just coming out of winter.
Yeah, so we're moving from a cold climate into a hot climate. I still have my...
Well, you're technically in a hot climate now.
Oh,
It's just
okay.
that you had a frost dragon drop its temperature.
Well, all I wanted to check is, do I still have my special cloaks? The ones made out of water that keep you cool
You
and
do.
reduce fatigue for travelling in the desert.
You do.
Alright, how many people do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and ooh, okay. So I will tell the group that I have cloaks that I can lend them. It's a lending situation. I would like them back once we finish in Ilarum. But it means that when we're travelling in the desert, you will not suffer extra fatigue, and you will be cool not just in streetwise value, but also in bodily comfort.
This is from the eye store, isn't it?
Yes.
No.
No. Sorry, I won it haggling.
Okay.
And I ended up with
She
6,
out-haggled a
enough for each member of the
Ifrit.
group.
Oh, wow.
I may not need it.
I'm happy to have it.
So I've
As
had
am
people
I.
put their hands up in the past. We would travel Yaram and said, I don't need it. And then the GM has disclosed that there are some levels of fatigue that you will have to try and get yourself through regardless of your special abilities. And that the whole reason I was able to win these cloaks was a little bit of a way around that.
Yeah, I've got weather
Plus you
beaten,
look cool.
but it only gives me advantage on saving throws against hot weather.
Like, they're really cool capes.
I am just immune to the effects of weather, other than being struck by lightning or hail and stuff like that.
You can choose not to wear it.
It's not
Yeah.
weather effects, it is environmental effects,
Yes.
which is different to weather effects.
Yes.
I am happily.
I'll
They-
look at the
they are-
wording, but I'll
They,
take the
they are
cloak
two
anyway.
different effects. So if you're in a storm or something like that, you have your abilities like that. But if it's just hot,
The wording
I'm
does
pleased
say,
I
like,
remember
hot and
I have
cold
them,
weather.
so.
oh, okay. In that case, then
It's two separate abilities. I've got the one for cold weather and the one for hot weather.
Well, as I said, it's up to you guys, but we did have this conversation in other groups, and it turned out that the cloaks were really helpful.
Oh, no hesitation. I am.
I'll wear a
Yeah,
cloak.
I'll take it.
I will take the cloak anyway.
Eat is going to present you with a ledger as each of you take a cloak. It's going to have your little name there, one cloak lent, and you need to sign the ledger to acknowledge that you've taken a cloak. It's
Sign
out
it.
of the Calcrix Lending Library.
it's a magical ledger.
I sign it, and can I have not done my charm yet, so I can put my wings of flying on this one?
I'll do
okay.
the same.
It's
So-
just so that I remember to get them back.
You notice that the cloak seems to be made out of liquid water.
That is super cool.
It actually doesn't feel like a solid.
Can you drink it and it replenishes? Or
You try to pour it down your throat, it doesn't pour down.
okay.
So the thread that they have been woven with through a water elemental magic is the thread is water.
Okay.
It is.
If you need water, I can just hand you my flask of inebriation.
Yeah, no, I was just wondering if it's like a camelback
I also
situation.
have an endless flask of water if we find ourselves thirsty during the trip.
The flask of inebriation gives everybody else water, and I get alcohol.
Oh, I see.
I also have a flask, but since
Yours is
Piggly
probably-
Wiggly
Yeah, no,
put
let's
something on
not.
it, I don't know what it actually does
Yeah,
anymore.
no one's drinking from your flask right now.
No, I'd give that a miss.
It might not be an STD, but it'll be kind of close to it.
Mm.
Definitely some corruption. Well, not necessarily corruption, more influence.
To
Yeah,
those
that's
of
what I
you
mean,
who
not
like
an
being
STD,
in
but-
water, the cloak gives you the feeling of being submerged.
Cetus is happy.
This feels no different to me. I'm always covered in water.
Just one thing, Martin, while Calcrick was preparing the ritual for the teleportation circle and having said that, hey, there's secrets here we don't want known, Dimitri will put up a private sanctum to cover her circle until time of departure.
Thank you.
Okay.
It saves me trying
The
to.
giants aren't flying upon them. Since you're doing it in the middle of their territory.
Yes. Well, I've got private sanctum, but I don't think I can do two spells at the same time. So I appreciate being saved.
Well, it's probably valuable if you don't, like, technically there's two separate rituals, you probably could get away with it, but the problem is that you have to cancel the private sanctum before the teleportation starts because you can't teleport into or out of the
Exactly.
private sanctum.
Yeah. So it is helpful to have a second person do
And
that.
we do have the matron of the cloud giants probably watching us.
Exactly.
She does that.
Yeah. No, I'm pretty sure she's a fan, at least, of Calcrick's, judging from the letters I get from her.
Yeah, but I'm sure she'd also be interested in the runes for teleportation directed to the dragon.
Yes.
Academy.
Absolutely.
And would the storm giants.
Yeah.
Which is part of
Probably
the
for different
reason,
reasons.
It's a really good idea.
which is also part of the reason why they have no direct teleportation into the center of their settlements.
And I'm glad you brought it up because I considered it, then realised I couldn't do two at the same time. And because you brought it up and you're able to do it, that means we're all good. Alright.
Okay, working together, you have a working portal. You're set up against heat, and I assume you then step through.
I don't think there's anything else we need to do, so yes. I don't think I need to do ascending to River to warn her that we might turn up at the outpost.
They don't care who turns up at the outpost, but anyone who turns up is basically the normal notification that someone's arrived in their area.
Okay.
I would recommend we send Calcrick first, because she's going to meet Dragonkind, and the people behind her will not be Dragonkind, and she might need to.
I was
let
flipping
them
in
know
my head.
that.
Do we get Calcrix to go first, or do I volunteer to go first? Do I do the protective thing, or hey, here's a dragon, don't kill us?
Dragon going first is probably the shortest cut through without causing any diplomacy problems. Since I've been there before, and I've been invited back.
It makes perfect sense, because essentially we're there as your guests.
Yeah,
Okay.
and you'll enjoy certain protections because of that.
Am I able to give Calcrix the dragon slaying sword to put in like a bag of holding? Because I feel like I probably shouldn't have that out in the open.
You're not sure you can give it to a dragon.
That sounds fair
Wait a
enough.
minute, I already hold
Yeah,
it.
but
You have, I was going to say, Calcrix has a dragon slaying sword.
I just
But
imagine
mine's cooler.
you're going to walk through, and all the dragons going to be like, "What the hell is that?"
I am
I
wearing
mean,
a belt
Calcrix-
of hill giant strength and carrying a sword designed to kill dragons.
Calcrix isn't the only one with a bag of
Probably not
holding.
welcome here.
Uh,
The only other one I can think of is Dimitri. I don't
yeah,
trust
no,
him.
don't give Dimitri. You will not
Carry
get
it for you.
Tyrellin.
Does it have
Yeah,
any-
Trellin does. Gosh, everyone's picking G and Martin's habit up of sticking an A, like gallantry, when it's GLANTRI, and Trellin, if I remember from writing it down, as TR, not TAR. But I've noticed a lot of people.
I do
Tarwin.
TER.
Well, I've followed. So
I mispronounce things all the time, and
Yeah.
that becomes the
I
standard.
just
that
find this
becomes
amusing.
That's the.
I always do like Tyrellin.
Yeah, TRELLEN. I've got.
Yeah, same.
So
got-
I've adopted Martin's spelling.
So
I got
now
the spelling,
your
I
name's
think,
changed
from your
by
website, which
The
is
magic of
TERELLAN.
That's right.
GM magic.
Splash pad text TER.
But if it's based in Welsh, it would be T''R.
Anyway, I just
Sorry,
found it amusing. Sorry.
linguistic nerd.
Yeah, that's where my brain got distracted.
So Calcrix first, the rest of us
Yes.
follow.
Yes, so I'll step
And
through.
do you want me to take the sort
Yes.
of
Yeah.
dragon slaying? Yeah.
In your
Under-
bag of holding?
Yes.
Remembering that you can't
ha-
claim it for yourself. Because
No.
you won't be able to use it.
No. That's
How good is Trellin as a portologist?
what?
I don't believe he has learned how to.
Eddie, we can make it hard to
wait a
take
minute.
your bag of holding through teleportation.
Anybody who has bags of holding, you can trust the dragon, should probably give it to the dragon unless any of you have got the specific ability to take, what are they called? Extra dimensional spaces.
So you also know that certain dragon portal locations allow for them to go through. But it cannot be a teleport spell, it must be the runic teleport to work.
Okay. And
the one that opens a portal and doesn't actually move you directly there.
So, I've used the wrong one?
You've used the right one.
I've used the right one.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So, and I do know that bags of holding will go through safely?
They will go through that.
Okay, so I'll just let people know.
It's very similar to the one that Red Green has created.
I will warn people that unless you do a specific type of teleportation spell or learn a specific type of magic, you should be careful of not just taking your bags of holding an extra dimensional space, holding storage gear through any portal you like.
And the requirement for that to work is one of the destination or the sender must be a permanent runic circle.
And
So I'll defer to...
yes, so you can safely take your bag of holding through.
Nice.
I don't think any of my characters have a bag of holding.
The reason why I say that now, as Calpric's saying that to the group, means it's no longer just player knowledge, it is now character knowledge. Every one of you knows you can't just take your bag of holding through any kind of portal.
2 of my characters have Phase Step and Misty Step, so not good for bags of holding.
Okay, as you all step through the portal, you find yourself in a room of extreme heat. So hot that you can see the stone you're standing on glowing slightly.
Calprix wraps her special cloak around her and thinks happy thoughts.
Is this normal?
Is this different from
This is different. The river passing through is glowing with power.
Oh, okay.
And it's radiating heat.
I see. Does my...
It's actually brighter than anything else you can see in the room, and everything else is basically looking like it's dim in comparison.
Does my robe of eyes or my perception...
Your robe of eyes is currently saying, I can't see much because you've got so much light coming in that your eyes are a little overwhelmed.
Calprix will pull out her orb.
And Dimitri's also suffering from overstimulus on the eyes.
Yep.
Are you making our robe of eyes autistic?
No. Always
That's
problem
kinda
is
cool.
the fact that robe of eyes means you can't close your eyes.
No matter what
You
you're
are-
doing, you're currently overstimulated.
Okay, you are literally you become blind in bright light quite easily.
Calprix's ADHD brain is arguing with the idea that it could be overcome by such bright light. It would just be more to see. But she will look through her orb, because that's generally what she does. So first...
But you're still seeing through your robe of eyes.
Yes, but...
Okay, so I would say the others would be able to see through the orb easier than you at this stage.
Right.
Because everything in front of you is very dim in comparison to this glowing river.
Who's standing
that's
next to me?
dominating.
Hildren sort of stepped to the side and done a quick prayer to Zerchev because she hasn't had a chance to do that for a while because of where we've been. So she's just doing a little quick check-in.
I'll lend my arm to you.
If anyone's standing next to me, Calprix will accept a steadying arm and then thrust the orb in their direction and go, "It's really bright. Can you see better through this thing than I can?"
What is the orb?
So the orb is showing you a area before you with clarity that you can't see with your own eyes.
It's an orbitrucide. So...
You need to be attuned.
To activate it, yes, but anyone who looks at the orb sees what Calcrix is looking at.
Yep. And
Okay.
I'm holding it in front of
That's cool.
Carolyn.
So she can fully control the eye, she just can't see what it's looking at.
Yeah. Blinded by the light.
Okay,
hoping
so I'm
Trellin
going to
can see
give
better.
anyone who's looking at the orb besides Calcrix and Dimitri a perception check.
So that's a D20.
Yes.
Yeah, alright. I would have been looking at the orb.
A 2 orb under the orb.
Not too bad.
20.
Adding wisdom?
Yeah.
Can you wisdom will work?
Yep. Perception. 9.
I think that's a 27.
33.
33, and what was Trellin's again? 20?
20.
Yeah, 25.
And does Hildren?
Hildren's doing her quick prayer.
Okay. So while you were looking,
25?
Trellin does notice that the river looks like it's still water, but there's energy coursing through it.
I'll describe that to Calcrix.
From I think the next one up was Cetus. wasn't it?
Cetus.
Yeah, 25.
25. Looking at it, you can see around the chamber as well, there is a stone staircase leading upwards. There is landings into the river here designed for boats. And you can see that there is various symbology all around here of dragons. Dragons and people, but mainly dragons. And with your 33, you're picking up that the river is an active ley line.
Okay.
The river is what?
An active ley line.
Oh, yeah. I think we did.
At one point you did know it was a ley line, but you'd never seen it active.
So I communicate that to the rest of the party.
Nice.
We explain the power.
I have no idea what ley line is. Sounds very powerful.
So a ley line, from what your character knows, is basically where the power courses through the world, which includes life, elements, time. All these things can pass down ley lines, and it's normally from some sort of relic to flowing away from it, normally to something that would then consume the power.
In Merc's head, he would instantly think, I wonder what would happen if I took a dip in that. Or put one of my items in it. Just pondering.
Normally nothing. But it's an active ley line, which means someone's actually putting power through it. Either tapping it or pushing it.
One or the other.
Or both.
Do I at least get the presence of my god?
You do not pick up your god at all. Something is blocking.
Something is blocking it.
Yeah.
That's
I get back to the northern continent. I just want to, say hi, I'm still alive. Sorry I haven't said anything recently.
But you do get a feeling of heavy breathing on your shoulder.
You've just got to send a message saying, "Hi, Mum, I'm home."
And I get blocked, no presence, and heavy breathing on my shoulder.
that's a little bit worrying, right?
Does it smell like bacon?
Is there anything standing behind me?
Looking around, not that you can see unless they have some form of invisibility.
I mean, you
But
guys
there's
are
a
looking at
general
the
fire.
orb of...
There's a general fire effect.
Could you keep moving?
There is a extreme heat effect.
But we have the Calcrix's cloaks.
Is there anything preventing Calcrix while in this time from removing her robe of eyes and carefully putting it away and then looking at the orb?
There is nothing to stop you doing that.
Calcrix will take off her robe of eyes, carefully pack it away. Handy, but not...
Not always useful. Most of the time it is.
Yep. And then she will have a look through the orb.
Okay. looking through the orb, you do notice that some of the runes are active in the dragon outpost,
Okay.
which is what wasn't normal last time here. They were just runes. Now there are active runes. And the ones that you can see are things such as summon, communicate.
Okay. Damn, my knee is killing me from doing this.
And you believe you can summon something from the Dragon Academy or communicate with it.
So she wouldn't need her normal, the dragon thing that she uses, which I think is... there's a dragon spell where she can talk to any dragon spirit within 120 feet of her, as long as they're willing. She can just think, is there any dragon there? As in, like, is there anybody there, but is there any dragon there?
You could do that or just use the communication room.
That's what I mean. She'll just use the communication room to
Rather than a spell slot?
ask if there's any dragon there.
Okay, so you do hear a dragon in return going, yes.
This is Calprix, the white dragon with the jazz wings. She puts jazz wings into her voice.
You get a pause going, I've heard that name.
We are new arrivals at the Yalarum Dragon Academy outpost, and I noticed that we're in somewhat of a hotspot.
Would you like me to send a transport?
Yes, please.
Okay. How many dragons are attending?
Well, technically, there's just me, but I have peoples with me, non-dragon peoples, that help me do my missions and quests. Would it be okay if they came? They have presents. We spent all night making them.
Will they make an oath never to reveal the what they see here or the outpost to another living person?
May I ask them? I feel like this is something I should check.
It's a good thing to check.
Okay, give me 1 sec. I have got contact with the overseeing dragon. They have offered us transport, but they do require an oath of secrecy to protect the location of this place. Are you guys...
I'm happy to give it.
Happy to sign the NDA.
What would it involve?
Just not telling people where you've been in terms of this particular location.
Alright, so they make the oath not to tell people where I've been.
Yes.
No.
So it's an
No.
NDA. So you don't tell them the location, and you don't tell them everything you see and hear here is secret squirrel business between us and us only, and no
So-
one else's business.
I'm not to tell anyone anything I see beyond this point,
Yes.
and I'm
Including
not,
this point.
including this point, and I am not to tell anyone how to get to this point.
Exactly.
You were never here.
Until
Exactly.
we leave this point.
Once you leave here, you can then divulge any of the other things that you decide you wish to divulge.
Okay, so it's
After the
only
wild
while,
hunt,
it's
Ildren's
only
been
while
very
I'm at
contract
location.
based.
Alright, yeah, so I agree. While I'm at this location, I will not tell anyone about this location,
Or the
Wow.
location we're about to go to.
or about the location where we're about to go to, but once we leave that location, that is end of contract.
Yes.
You can
Yes.
think of this
No,
as
the-
an exclusive
That's not
membership.
exactly the contract. The contract is you don't discuss this location for the rest of your character's life.
Alright, so I do not
Which
tell
may be
anyone about
2
this
days.
location.
It's like Fight Club. No one talks about Fight Club.
Alright.
Think of it in those terms.
Yes.
Dimitri would quite appreciate that you attempt to bypass and work around the contract negotiations.
Alright, so I would agree not to tell anyone about this place, what I see in this place, or where this place is, if that is what you're after.
So, yes, that would be a requirement of travelling.
Verbally. Okay.
I will add, it is probably our most likely way of staying alive.
Remember, verbal contracts are just as important. We dealt with the wild fae. remember what
This
that
is
was
not
like.
the contract. This
right,
is the this is
right
the
now, I will just clarify. I'm just asking if you're willing to. The actual dragon taking us to where we go will actually get the oath from you themselves.
Okay.
And it
I
is
just didn't want to present you to the dragon if you weren't willing to say yes.
Yeah. I would be willing to enter the contract as long as the terms and conditions are well known.
Yes. There's one thing dragons are good at. Clearly defining what you're not allowed to say.
I am not aware of the powers of the matron, but she may be able to see through Celis and Charlin's eyes.
I will let the dragon know that,
With the belts.
but you're otherwise willing?
Similar thing with the lady below.
Okay.
With Celis.
Okay.
I mean, I've tried to contact Zerchev and he can't seem to touch me, so I don't think we're too... Like, I can't reach my god. I think you're okay.
Well, ours are material plane gods. Yours is, as far as I know, not material plane.
Even the lady below is partially material plane.
Yeah.
Okay, so
We didn't find out from Dimitri.
He was listening appreciatively to Merc as to trying to work around his things. Whereas Dimitri's perfectly happy to gain knowledge that, hey, if he totally can't share, well, hey, that's an unfortunate situation, but more knowledge for him is always good.
Awesome. I will
But yes, Merc, if we move on quite, Dimitri, I like the way you tried to confirm being only verbal communication. It was good stuff. You wrote the book, obviously.
I was writing a book. And if someone picks it up, that's not me selling them, that's them reading my book.
That's right, exactly. And that's what Dimitri was saying. It's quite good attempt. I'm not saying you get away with it, but good attempt.
I will communicate back to... Did I get the dragon's name?
you did not.
Okay. I'll communicate back that all members are willing. And please feel free to carry out the oath taking.
They will send someone along with the boat.
Thank you.
Don't
I'm
worry,
still-
their non-dragon name is Horrible Death.
The person coming with the boat or
Yeah.
the dragon speaking to me?
The dragon coming to meet you.
Do I literally call them non-horrible death? Or...
No, they're called Horrible Death.
Oh, horrible death.
Mhm.
Okay. As opposed to
Well, I
horrible death?
hope he lives a long time then so he can avoid his horrible death.
I'm,
Well, it's the name people have given him for what he does.
Hildren's still trying to figure out what the heavy breathing was.
Do you have a sobriquet by which I can call you rather than Great Unknown Entity Dragon person?
Okay, he says, well, his name is from the people's thing of talks too much.
Can I just call you Overtalker?
If you like.
Thank you.
What's wrong with Mr. Much?
Mr. Much.
I don't have a problem with that. I'm just not that witty or quick.
So we've got Horrible Death, Talks Too Much, aka Overtalker, aka Mr. Much.
Yeah, I have a feeling
So
that
you
they're-
know-
I didn't know being polite.
What was that?
Just so you know, I ended up taking my pain meds now. I just can't wait until
Mhm.
10:30.
So I know a dragon called Horrible Death is coming. I go into my figures and I pull out a figure. And I'm going to pick who it is, but that'll be later.
Oh, eat, quick, couple of thorns.
Okay. You hear the sound of something coming through the water. Just travelling upstream towards you.
While we're waiting, Eeps pulled out a little bag of craft supplies and pulled out some thorns from there and handed it to Calcrix. Calcrix is now getting one of her little origami figures and now adding thorn, horns and teeth to it, so that it more represents the dragon coming. And more sparkles.
Okay. So, not long after waiting, you see what looks like a paddle steamer coming up the river.
This is
Okay.
so cool.
This is like the Mississippi.
I'm hoping there's going to be a horn too. Oh God, it doesn't
Sure,
like making
there is a
whisper.
toot.
But does the boat toot, or is a dragon screaming toot?
Either will
Who
be
knows?
acceptable as
Yeah.
far as entertainment goes.
But there's a band playing, big wheel keep on turning.
Okay, and you see standing on the front of it what looks to be a small blue dragon.
Okay.
I'm even more excited. I love blue dragons. My favourite brother is blue.
I didn't think you were supposed to have favourites in the siblings.
They're all technically my favourites. It just depends on which one I'm with at the time.
Yep, I've definitely picked the right figure.
Yeah, I have a favourite sibling. It's the one that didn't try to kill me.
I hope Tyrellin Martin is thinking of something witty for his fortune cookie saying. For a water dragon that's called Horrible Death.
I'll just write it.
That's what I mean.
If you want.
It's in glorious font, but that's all.
Okay, so you see this paddle steamer pull up, and this blue dragon get off. You notice the boat seems to buoyancy up quite a bit when it gets off.
Is this, did you say it's a tiny blue dragon?
Small dragon.
Small blue dragon.
All in size, but apparently not in gravity.
I will expend a reduce to make myself same size.
I know it went in the thing, but for Trellin's fortune cookies, they should be sayings from the way of Trellin.
Yes.
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 So there's
And you walk on water.
and maybe.
May you be blessed by Water Jesus. May you be blessed by Elven Jesus.
May your waterbound travels always be blessed.
That's right.
By Water Jesus.
Never stand up in a canoe.
God
I
did
feel
bring
like
you back
that's-
after all.
Well, anyway.
I feel like that's very appropriate.
Okay, so he greets Calcrix.
I will greet Horrible Death in Draconic and present my origami sea serpent dragon with its thorn horns and its variations of blue gem dust. So there's like aquamarine, there's dark sapphire, there's every kind of blue that you can think of. Is ground up a gemstone and sprinkled it on this little creature.
You do hear a chuckle from the dragon. It seems quite amused by your gift.
It is a honour to meet a fellow water dragon.
Yeah, its gift to you is it will not eat your companions.
Thank you.
Though they look tasty, he says, looking towards Merc.
I really appreciate that. That is one of the best gifts I've ever gotten. I like my friends.
Merc also appreciates the fact that he was told he looks tasty. So, win-win. Win-win.
Be careful with that one. Anything you say can be misconstrued. So unless, you're into humans,
He's always willing to have him over for a bite, he says.
be careful if you accept these invitations. It might not be the bite you're expecting.
Merc's a top, so he bites as well.
Just
He
be
says you
careful.
don't need all your limbs, do you?
Just be careful you don't bite off more than you can chew.
Only the important ones.
Oh, come on, Merc switch.
No, always a top.
Okay, so
3.
he says, which of your minions would like to come forward and take the oath first?
Me too, having a thought.
I feel like in all her anxiety, and considering that she is technically our official party leader, Hildren should be the first, and then everybody else can fight it out.
I step forward, introduce myself as Hildren, Sovereign of Van Mork, and pass over a origami figure of a little, a gnomish figure, who, if you turn it, starts off green, but the way that she's coloured it and stuff, if you turn it, it goes blood red. And she says, this is a figure of one of my friends from home, who, like you, is a dangerous small package.
Colin Small. I'm just joking.
He's one of my mercs, as in my mercenaries, not. And he's a gnomish skin changer druid.
Okay, you see him pull out of his pocket a stone, and when he puts it down, it grows to twice his height. You see it
Did he get off the boat, didn't he?
What was
Yeah.
that, Jeremy?
I said, he did get off the boat, didn't he?
He did, yeah.
Could be a problem if we put the stone down in the middle of the boat.
Well, you noticed the boat rise up when he got off it.
Yeah, that guy said he might be falling stature, but he's big in gravity.
It's kind of a non-game relevant question. Are there still cookies in the bag, and are they still
Oh
on?
yeah, coffee like with heaps.
Could you just get one out for me? I don't care about your cookies.
Cookies. I
Actually,
will have
can
to
I
try
get
one in a
two
minute.
to save me? It's just hard for me to pinch.
Okay, he says, his gift for you is if you agree not to disclose this location or the next as a oath to all touching this stone, he will take that as his gift to you.
She reaches out, makes the oath, no hesitation.
It does glow.
So his gift to her is the opportunity to make the oath.
That's right, I was going to say. She's got to give her oath, which is his gift.
Well, his gift is allowing you to make the oath.
Mm-hmm.
He does not have to allow anyone
Rather
to make
than
the
just
oath.
killing us outright. It's a good thing I looked through that orb after taking off my robe of eyes. We could have all died very quickly.
And he says if you disclose this location in any way, shape or form, the oath will activate.
The more I have to do with dragons, the more I'm on the giant side.
Yeah.
I mean, would you prefer to go back to the Wild Fae again? You saw what happened to me.
He says next.
I'll go next. Oh, do you want to go next?
No, you go.
Sure. I will pull out my loot,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll say, I will assume that you're not too interested in titles, but my name is Makeda, and I have brought you a song that I have prepared specifically for this occasion, and I will play my lute and give that dragon the song.
He stops you not long after starting and says, he'd like his ears, please.
Like his ears.
Yeah.
He doesn't like
as in
the
my
song.
ears.
No, he says he didn't like the tune.
Oh, okay.
But he's fine. If you just make the oath as your friend did, then he's more than happy.
I would,
Yeah, he went on the idea, it's the thought that counts.
I would be happy to keep the tune and pass it on to another dragon, and I will touch the stone.
Turns
and-
out this dragon doesn't like music.
That's fine. We can't all be people of excellent taste. And I would agree not to disclose this location or the next.
He says he doesn't care what you say. The oath is in touching the item and agreeing.
Oh, I touch it and say, I agree.
I do.
Yep.
Because your words are meaningless. It's the result that counts.
Very good.
So if you were to disclose it in any way through your actions, it will activate.
And activating means horrible death will find us?
Definitely. Either through him or the hunt.
Don't need them on my back again. Not that I was planning on betraying the oath, but...
Calcrix is just rendered momentarily still as she tries to figure out the circle of being the creator of the Wild Hunt. If she accidentally breaks the oath, telling herself to get herself for breaking the oath.
Well, look, they've not asked you to make the oath.
No, I haven't been made to, but she's really still for a second as her brain works its way through the complications of such an idea.
So he waves Tasty Morsel over and off to the side and says, next.
I'll go next.
So, if Merc is Tasty Morsel, what was Hildren?
Eager Morsel.
Ah, there you go.
I feel like I'm going to be
And,
fishy
uh,
morsel.
Yeah.
You see him sniff and he goes, no, salty morsel.
Fair enough.
Salty is funny.
Now, I did have a question before I agree to this.
Yes.
I am unaware of if this is something that does happen, but I do believe that myself and the other elf over there, somebody may have the ability to see through our eyes.
Not while you're here.
Okay, I will agree to the thing.
And they will not be able to see your memories of this place once you agree.
Cool. That is good to know.
Unless you choose to give it to it, in which case the oath will activate.
You had a plan on doing that. I agree to the oath.
Dimitri's going to have a quick word to Calcrix, just saying, do you need to risk allowing people to see the academy? Consider where we are right now. Can we get back up to the surface of Yulon from here directly?
You know
Do you give
the
a gift?
passageway leads directly into the Royal Museum right next to the Palace of the Sultan.
You know that knowledge you don't want to lose? You'll lose it. And then you won't get this knowledge that you're about to get.
I'm just curious and thought, hang on. The idea that we've teleported halfway across the world, presumably, to get to this location, and assuming that the next step is not another teleportation. So it's the same fact that, hang on, do you really want to let them into the academy?
I feel like Calgary doesn't quite believe in destiny, but she does understand that some of these paths are presented to her by various gods to make her mission easier, and that we're probably meant to go this way, and is probably being facilitated by one of the many gods who have an interest in our success.
Horrible Death does also interject, saying that a dragon has the right to invite any of their minions into the academy.
Awful?
Sorry, I just suddenly had the thought, Dimitrian talks too much.
Look,
Does this cause a paradox?
I'm pretty sure it's going to be really amusing regardless of what it produces.
I mean, nothing's gonna beat the necromancer meeting Dimitri. That was fun.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure Martin will work to up that at some point.
Okay, so he looks between Dimitri and Drellin.
So, given what Cetus said, I'm happy to touch it and hand over the calligraphy that I've made, and hopefully that gets me in.
He spends some time looking at the calligraphy you made, and then hands you over a pile of coins.
Nice.
He really appreciated your calligraphy,
Nice.
so he gives you some gold from his personal hoard.
Cool.
That's actually really cool.
He says if you speak his name while holding it, he will hear you.
Nice.
Meet a friend.
You made it. Do you know how rare that is? You've presented exceptional skill.
You also presented something he adores.
Right.
So a friend morsel,
So
artistic morsel.
one
So
gold
where
coin?
do I record that?
And out of all of you, he
Items,
refers to
yeah.
him as Trallon.
Named morsel.
What was the title?
Horrible death.
His name is Horrible Death.
In Draconic.
And what did he call me?
Trallon.
Yep. He
Okay.
called you by your name.
Nice.
Yeah.
Then he looks at Dimitri.
Yep. Okay. Step forward. Okay. And happy to give you both.
Okay, so once you've done that, he says, talks too much, can go over there. It will definitely fit with other talks too much. You heard him talking long before he got here.
I see.
I'm sure he wanted to listen.
He pauses for a moment and winces and goes, if he has to. He's sure hoping you're the one who breaks the oath. With a smile, of course, he says. Showing lots of teeth. And he gestures for all of you to get onto the boat before he steps on, otherwise it will leave without you.
Palcrix will look at Eve and go, we made a good choice about adding the thorn teeth.
Jump on the boat.
Step on the boat.
Okay, you notice it doesn't move as you step on.
Excellent. Find somewhere to sit down.
It has lots of comfy seats. Some surrounded by jewellery, some surrounded by food.
With the cloak of displacement
Mhm.
and the cloak of water,
You can
whatever.
put that on underneath.
Okay, cool.
Palcrix is wearing like 4 cloaks right now and 2 hats.
5e allows you to wear multiple items at the same time.
But
Okay.
also indecision.
So unlike earlier editions where you were limited to 2 rings with 10 fingers and 10 toes, and many other places you can put a ring.
That would, that would
Right.
physically hurt Palcrix to be limited to 2 rings.
I just imagine there are people walking around like Mr. T with chains and chains and chains and rings and
And
rings and
I mean,
many people have more than one ring on the same finger, so the fact that only one magic ring per hand was the earlier version of it. But they didn't state per hand, they said 2 rings.
Yep.
Seika's
One
currently
day-
got a whole heap of piercings, but they're not magic yet.
But they could be magical.
I was going to say, one day, AJ, I will wear the rings that I've acquired over the last 40 years. I literally have more than 10 rings fit on my 10 fingers.
Wowza.
I've spent a long time taking after my mum, who my dad called Gypsy.
And back to... Okay.
Sorry,
Yes, you
because
can
she
talk about that
wore
afterwards, yeah.
lots of glittery things.
And so yes, the
Sorry.
paddle boat style vehicle is designed for comfort, and you do feel it drop quite a bit when Horrible Death steps on.
Palcrix just wants to know if there's a place she can have a Titanic moment with Eve.
Quite a few places you can, yeah.
She's heading straight for the front part, and she's going to hold Eve up so that Eve can feel the wind between her leaves.
Okay, so yes, it goes back out into the glowing river and seems to pick up speed without doing much. And within about half an hour, you find yourself pulling up to a dark wall. As it slowly passes through the dark wall, you see basically a huge cavern with many buildings all lit up in different colours and lots of dragons around. You can probably count maybe 200-300 dragons moving around,
Right.
plus owls and dragonborn.
After she has her Eep moment, Palcrix will spend that half an hour, as long as Horrible Death doesn't object, and she'll ask, can I ask you questions you can not answer or answer, that I'm really curious, I like meeting new friends, and she'll just, if Horrible Death is happy, she's just like, how long have you been here? How old are you? What is your favourite colour? Do you actually like blue? How long have you been studying? Do you do water magic? And she's just gonna.
Hildren leans over to Merc and says, "So we're gonna have a talks too much 3?"
Perhaps.
Question. She'll leave room for answers.
Okay, so he does answer some, but not all.
Yeah, that's fine.
As he seems to be probably maybe about 1,000 years old, and he didn't feel the need to stay in his normal form.
The most important question of all, Cookie.
He enjoys cookies.
Do you like coffee, tea, hot chocolate?
He pauses and thinks he really likes a Ylarum blend. And he specifically names the blend, which is one of those that you developed.
Calcrix will make a to-go cup with her, I believe it's a Ylarum dark and spicy.
And you sort of understand why he likes the current size it is, because it's easier to consume things like tea and coffee.
That's true. But I've also made gargantuan coffee cups for when I'm gargantuan. And then swimming them when I'm tiny.
Okay, and as it pulls up, you see behind you a black wall which seems to be keeping the light of the river out of the academy.
Is the river still radiating the heat in this area?
Not through the wall,
Not through the wall.
but you can
okay.
feel the power.
Yeah.
And between the wall and the dock is the clearest water you'll see.
John, can I get you to pull this cushion out from behind me if I get myself fall? Because it's actually causing me a lot of pain. Yes, please. Oh, that's
you're
better.
sitting on a piece of fruit ring as well.
No, that's my mandarin that I meant to eat.
Okay.
Just this.
Since we're slightly distracted. Cookie. Cookie. Thank you.
They could actually.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay. You see lots of dragons
I think she
around,
wants someone to.
including a rather magnificent looking one with runes on her wings.
I'm taking note of all the runes because I know I'm not allowed to spread it and all that, but I'm still keenly interested in what the runes say. I'm also studying runic lore, I believe, for rune magic.
All the runes. Go, Jeremy.
Runology.
Yeah, the secret craft runology, you mean?
Yeah.
Yes. I'm not anywhere there yet, but it sits in the background.
You can read it in dragon speak. It's basically showing that she is the headmaster of the academy and that her name is River.
Oh, so this is River?
Mm-hmm.
I have a special present for River. Presuming we might meet her.
She seems to be in the middle of a lecture with a bunch of dragons, elves, and dragonborn.
I definitely won't interrupt.
Have we docked, or are we still
I
on?
was going to say,
You have just come up to the docks as you're seeing all this.
Horrible Death, are you escorting us through here, or are we parting ways here?
His job is to bring you to the docks, and I'm sure Speaks Too Much will talk to other Speaks Too Much. Hopefully they both implode and we don't have to hear them again.
May I depart your company, even if temporarily, with a brief extra gift? And I will use my illusory script to write Horrible Death's name in the sky, briefly glowing in Draconic.
He smiles.
Using my calligraphy craft skill to make it look extra fancy. Not as good as Trellan's. No one can get as good as Jesus, Water Jesus. But still, it's something just a little bit different to thank him for his patience and tolerance.
Though you do notice the entire academy goes silent looking at it. And apparently he has a reputation.
Is this a bad thing? Have I done Have I been
Yeah.
rude by accident?
The equivalent of the dark mark.
Oh, he says that they normally only invoke his name when they want him to kill someone. So they're wondering who you want killed.
I apologise.
Do you have anyone in particular he doesn't mind? It can be his gift in return.
The master.
I'm having naughty thoughts right now, but
The master sounds good.
can I take a rain check?
He does know that someone called Rain Check.
No. If I am not entirely certain, can I take some time to consider this idea?
Says, sure, they're expecting me to go off and do it now.
Oh, can we just call it that I did not realise this and I've made a mistake? I just wanted to honour you. I did not mean to invoke
It is a
your-
great honour, because then he gets to go off and kill something. He likes that part.
May I make a suggestion? Genrick?
I'll make a suggestion.
Do you sincerely want me to suggest that?
The other one is either the master or Piggly Wiggly.
You do know he can't reach the master.
No, I would not send him to the master because he would be enslaved by the master.
And then come back killing everyone else.
Exactly. Because Dragonkind can be enslaved by the master unless you're Calcrix, who's been blessed by Mistress Nyx.
And she won't protect every dragon.
She can't predict. But she knows that because Calcrix is going to confront the master with...
Hildren has a
Like this.
brief flash of that memory of a letter about how her cousin was killed by these people who visited and destroyed an entire part of a generation.
I'm not going to confess what her naughty thought was. She will just deeply apologise to Horrible Death and say that at the moment her ethics and her commitments to various gods will not allow her to name a particular person.
In which case he will murder some of your time and have you do some penance.
Gladly.
Yeah. With that, you hear a sigh of relief from a lot of the people nearby.
Do I get to spend that murdered time with you though?
That's normally the penance. Most of them don't want to spend time with him.
I'm so looking forward to this.
He doesn't mind. He finds them annoying.
Eat makes happy sound and happy colours and cuts her leaves together too.
You have a feeling he's very abrupt to the other dragons.
I think that he's perfectly polite.
Okay. So you find you're going to have to scrub down the river boot.
We have a song for that, but we won't sing it. We know he doesn't like music, so I think we might just do it in colours.
And he says, the others are free to roam.
Would you like me to leave you a servant to help scrub?
No, I'm happy to undertake this duty by myself. I've incurred the penalty. I should pay it.
Okay.
I would not risk insulting Horrible Death. And besides, if we shorten my penance, I get to spend less time with Horrible Death. And I'm happy to spend time with Horrible Death. You know, making friends with someone called Horrible Death, whose specialty is creating horrible death, means that if someone gets on Calcrix's wrong side, she might just put his name up in an illusionary script sometime and then say their name.
So you now have Idris, the Lady of Vengeance, with a book that you can write in.
Yes.
And Skywrite, Horrible Death. So you have Vengeance and Because They Annoyed Me.
And character to character, upon seeing the expression that crosses your face as we're trying to not name people, Calcrix will whisper down to Hildren to say, I have another book that I write names in and that name is already written.
You know who they are?
Oh yes.
Okay.
It's knowledge I'm not allowed to impart, but it is something that I have done to reap justice for.
Mm.
Do you want out?
The problem is I would like to take justice with my own hands, but I will leave it to you.
Playtime now.
The justice has been handed over to the Lady of Vengeance, so you can be assured that it will be true justice.
Have you told us about the Lady of Vengeance?
Idris, the dragon goddess. Yes,
No,
everyone knows it.
Seika knows. Hildren doesn't.
So Catherine's has mentioned, you may not remember, but when we sit around campfires, when she imparts knowledge overnight, when we're taking long rests and things like that, she does mention Idris, who is the Lady of Vengeance or Goddess of Vengeance. And she also will talk about the Great One, who is her brother, and the main dragon god Io, who is her grandfather. So she mentions basically all her family when she's telling stories.
Idris's sister,
Yes.
which we've only recently met.
Yes. I don't tell you that she's my sister. I just tell people these
That you
are
know
cool,
her.
cool people I know.
Merc would say, even though that is the option going forward, there's nothing more warming than the blood of your enemy on your hands as you've cut their throat.
But she won't tell me who it is.
Hold out, get the name, then exact vengeance.
I'm supposed to give up some of my freedom. Maybe I'll just impart some knowledge to some other members of my family. I'm sure my father, his uncle, would be a little more would be very interested in information.
Okay, coming out of the pile of all dragons, you see this multicolored fairy dragon, with most of the other dragons looking away, seeming to be busy suddenly.
I think she wants pets.
As you start hearing this high-pitched squeaky voice start coming through, really grating on the nerves.
Does anyone want to take this one?
Try dragging that on the ground. So, sorry, I did get distracted by kitten.
I'm not talking to any fairies.
What was the thing?
You see a fairy dragon with many colours come flying through, and as this dragon comes through, all the other dragons seem to be suddenly extremely busy and looking away.
Hildren is very, very tempted to be suddenly extremely busy.
I have a feeling this is talked a lot.
I know that elf over there.
So, since I'm scrubbing the boat, I will pull out to Dimitri and I think this is for you. Am I right? We'll find out.
Mm-hmm.
Does Dimitri attract said colourful fairy dragon's attention?
No, the Dimitri's gone off when the horrible death said we're free to explore.
Let's go talk to those elves over there.
Just gone looking for the
Have I
academy.
finished my penance?
What was that?
Have I finished my penance then?
Well, this is why you're doing your penance.
Okay, so I would like to try to get Dimitri's attention and
Before
get
he
him back
before he left off.
runs off, because I figure he probably would enjoy getting some knowledge and maybe a tour from a fairy dragon, and plus he considers himself the expert in everything, so shouldn't he be putting his best foot forward in diplomacy matters with the other dragons?
Hildren is actually looking at the other elves to see if she notices.
There was
Things
some
or people
time
she would
between horrible death saying your companions are free to explore and the arrival of this fairy dragon. So Dimitri went off as soon as he was given permission to explore.
Okay.
Okay,
I give up.
He does that.
I believe
What were you here for?
Ariadne was trying to get Dimitri to interact with what's happening at the
I
dome.
was trying to get Dimitri to engage as
With
part of the group
Who
activities,
we might
but,
think is speak too much.
yeah. Yep.
The perfect storm.
Okay, so you hear this squeaky, high-pitched voice coming towards you saying, new people, I'm here to make sure you're not fried by the city when you arrive.
Merc would say, do you like music?
He loves music, please play it loud.
I have a present just for you. And I would play he or she.
Hard to tell.
I would play this dragon a song. And I say, I'm giving you this song.
I believe the accepted referral is them.
Them.
Yes.
And as you start playing it, you feel as if it's suddenly amplified about 10 times what you can normally make it and echoes all around the academy.
then I make sure it's one of my better written songs about how glorious dragonkind is and how they rule fairly and equally across the lands.
Fairy dragons are fae, right?
Yes.
Yep. You may not be able to play that song ever again.
I knew that,
I'm
and I
here
did not give my
to,
name.
what was it, make sure you're not fried by the city?
Yep. Okay, he hands you an amulet. Says, while wearing this, if you cross a threshold, you will not be burnt.
I am suspicious.
I kind of want to put my hand up for this, but I'm still doing penance, so I can't.
And I would ask, do I owe anything in return for this amulet?
You've already taken the oath,
I have.
but we always require you to give the amulet back before leaving.
Okay. Are there enough amulets for the entire party?
That's what I wanted to ask.
He says, yes, he's happy to give them out now.
Great. Thank you.
And then he just starts talking and talking and talking.
If the fairy dragon comes near us to distribute an amulet to Calcrix, Calcrix will gently take it by her face and go, friends, not food. Okay? Cookie? Eep's natural diet is fairy dragons.
She has a fairy dragon teeth. Was it teeth
Yes.
or claws I gave you?
Necklace. Claws.
Yeah, fairy dragon claw necklace. Gift from Oregon. Well, the claws were.
Okay, so she then they then wander around to the other new people if they're willing to listen to talks too much.
Talks Too Much is offered a bright purple elf origami figure and told this is Maeve Kiva of Van Mork.
Okay. As you offer it, you see the dragon breathe on it and it starts to talk with the voice of your friend.
Oh no.
Still handing it to him. To them.
Oh no.
We could do so many plays, and they could all talk in their voices.
I'm hoping I haven't
Calcrix
given
is
away
gonna
her
put
voice
together a little
because
Dimitri origami
I
figure,
went straight to you've given away your friend.
That's what I thought as well.
and
No.
she's going to say,
she's the grand diplomat of Van Mork.
This is a
Not
representation of
anymore.
my friend Dimitri. He likes to Dimitri-splain.
Well, first hands you a necklace as well. He says, well, you don't need a necklace. You're a dragon.
That's good, but I still have a present for you if you would like one.
Always happy. And then starts going off onto this tale about how various things happened some time in its past.
I'm gonna take
That's completely irrelevant to the current situation you're in.
this story. Like, you know how we're not allowed to talk about this place and where we are? Am I allowed to pass on any of the story, though? Like, as a story, not as a story that comes from here? Because if I can, I would like to add it to my storybook.
Says, sure, its stories are most important. You should just write a book with its stories in it. Everyone else's stories is unimportant, it says.
I think you should find our party member friend Dimitri.
Part of
I
the
think
reason.
you have lots in common.
Straightforward, you hungry little cat.
Part of the reason I chose that one is Maeve is a Vialian elf, who are the closest elves to Fae, other than possibly Morrigan.
Can
I have another cookie?
I was going to say, other than the elves that
too
are
much take Calcrix's suggestion to find their party member Dimitri.
Says, but aren't there more people here to talk to first? And give
I think you'll
necklaces
find
too?
that Dimitri is a fairly important person, and it would do him and you an honour to introduce yourselves as quickly as possible.
I'm sure he can wait. He can't be more important than the people here.
Oh, really? You mean that? you're not so important and special that you shouldn't meet you.
Well, if he doesn't meet me, it's his loss, he says. He's obviously not spoken to the most important person of the city.
Yes, well, that's what I mean. We don't want him to miss out. Would you really restrict yourself from the people who need you the most?
He says, well, if he misses out, then that will be the loss he'll have to bear for the whole life he lives,
Oh,
however
really?
short that is for a human.
I feel like the GM hates me today.
I don't mind this dragon.
So you have a feeling he basically likes to get through his job first, and his job is to greet all the new people that are at the dock first before moving on.
I give up.
He intends to greet each of the
Yeah,
others.
that's all good.
Unless, of course, you wanted to fly and not come back.
No, I said... happy
Cetus
to
and
be
Trellin still need an amulet.
He goes over to Cetus and says, so, why are you here?
I wish to learn how to become a dragon.
Oh,
He
you're
says,
about
like-
to be told.
And then he starts talking about, becoming a dragon and being a dragon, and very few of it sounds actually useful. But he talks about it and hands you an amulet.
Thank you.
But, holds on to it while he has while you've got your hand on it, while he's, continuing the whole explanation of stuff.
There's another new person over there you haven't talked to yet.
Oh, he's probably, and then he flies over to Trellin and says, hey, I heard of you. You're the person who writes too much.
I've written one thing.
Well, you better write more then. Otherwise you won't live up to your name. He starts pulling out scrolls. Gets one of the other dragons to bring a table over.
Okay.
You can see the dragon is quite happy to bring a table and run away.
What about calligraphic supplies?
He starts
Yes.
pulling them out of his pockets as well.
Cool.
You see one of the dragons also brings a chair to give him an excuse to leave.
No worries.
And he starts dictating a story to you.
It'll
She's
take a
watching,
while.
sure.
He doesn't mind.
She's watching.
No, what you just need to like. Oh no, your followers can't scry here. I was like, you just need the connection, and your followers will write it for you.
Maybe.
He manages to fill a whole scroll before he realizes, oh yeah, he's got a job to do and hands you an amulet.
I
Thank
completely
you.
forgot about your followers when I was thinking of the people seeing through our eyes.
Yeah.
And he goes, oh,
You've got quite a few followers, don't you?
Oh, I've got about 1,000.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're all riding in shifts, and
They're wondering what's happening right now because they can't see you.
That's right. They're all
Freaking out.
So it's the most interesting part of the book because they make it up as they go along. So,
maybe.
he did all this cool stuff while I was on watch.
They went to the Uralon and blank.
He snuck into the City of Dragons where he fought off all of them
Single-handedly.
single-handedly without his secret sword
With
as
one
well.
punch.
That's right.
Did it without
Because he
his sword.
trains 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, 100 kilometers a day.
And just before the dragon came flying over to the docks, he runs into Dimitri.
Cool.
Because, hey, he looks at... He basically starts telling Dimitri off for leaving the docks without greeting him first. And explains to him how bad that is in long expletive words. Because, hey, he knows humans react to that better.
We can find new entrance. Our coach, our barge driver, Holden Deck, said we're free to explore the city. Or explore the academy. Are you here to provide a guide? That would be very helpful, thank you.
He'll be more than happy to guide once he goes and talks to the other new people and make sure they don't burn through any doorway they step through. If you wait here, he'll go talk to them and then come back and guide you and give you a amulet allowing you to do so. And then he flies off.
Do you get many new people at once?
He says, rarely non-dragons, he says.
But the non-dragon, so that means any of the new ones right now are obviously not non-dragon, are they? Or they've been a sudden influx?
Oh, they're back having the academy reopen. They're not new.
So they don't need
Confusion.
welcoming a guide and a necklace then?
Well, all the elves and dragonborn here with the dragons have all been here before. You're the new people.
I think.
Yes, I say. So come in. So there's no other new people to greet right now.
Well, he greeted you before he met the others.
You did a flashback?
Yes, that is what I started with.
Okay. I did hear you say that he came across Dimitri on his way to come to our group,
Yes.
but it was...
Oh, sorry. Okay, yeah. As a player, I missed that. Okay,
Oh, good.
sorry, yeah.
Jeremy may not have picked it up.
All good. That was where I was going to try to reiterate.
That's why, as a player, I was thinking... Yeah. So in answer to the question about, like, Dimitri's question of the idea, hang on, if there's been new people arrived, that can't be that common, and if there are things, so...
Which is how come
Yeah.
he knew you were there on his way.
Yep, no, that's cool, that's all right then.
So he gets you to
So-
wait by a statue while he goes and greets the others, and will fly back and do the tour guide thing to you.
Absolutely, that's fine. That's it. Dimitri's happy to stick in the vicinity of the statue, because, hey, look at the architecture, the workmanship, any of the runes or explanations on any of the public displays.
There are lots of ruins all around this part of the city currently glowing.
Yeah.
Most of them seem to be activate for more information.
Information stands.
Yeah.
While speaks too
With
much.
his runology understanding and reading, does Dimitri feel like he can activate any of the runes to push the tour guide buttons?
You do.
Yep.
As you do, you hear speaks too much's voice start dragon-splaining to you in much detail.
That's good. More information if there's more detail.
And each seems to make sure there is nothing left unsaid about each thing that he's talking about, including rumor and innuendo.
As long as he makes it clear as to understanding of the official knowledge and other enhancing stories, that's all perfectly appropriate as part of the information delivery.
Well, from talks too much, he sees innuendo and rumor as actual information useful for purposes. Each bit of information is useful in its own right.
Mm-hmm. Well, hey, Dimitri worked on the same idea. It's one of the reasons why he doesn't go for things like commune, speak out of plane, even Legion Lore type stuff, because, hey, you can never be entirely sure where that knowledge has come from. All knowledge is useful, but you've always got to be assessing it and validating it against your other knowledge and other information.
Okay, and some of the information here refers specifically to the Shining One. Basically, a protector of the previous caretakers of the Academy.
So Shining One was a caretaker of the previous caretakers.
Yep, right. He was the caretaker of the previous Academy.
Caretaker of previous academy.
So I presume
Is there
you're
evidence or
saying-
influence that the Academy was run or co-ruled previously?
That's basically who the previous caretakers were, and he was one of them.
Yeah, happy with that.
Okay, and at which point the rest of you get caught up with what's happening, and it says it left the other person you were here with at a statue. He should probably fly back and show him around and give him amulet too. At which point you have finished your cleaning.
Okay,
Says he's currently at statue to Shining One.
right. I gather this is a prompt for our party to gather and take this tour.
If they wish to.
I presume that it might be helpful in some way or another.
Well, technically, as far as we know from the party's current mission, it would have no help, no use whatsoever. Dimitri's certainly keen to explore and hang around this caravan, but technically we only came here as a stepping stone towards getting
So
into the decks of Yalala. So
if given a opportunity to ask a question or talk too much, Calcrix will say that we've come here as a stopping point on our way to the Valley of Death, because we have a mission entrusted to us by she will mention the Lady Below and the Titan Dragon, but also by, was it Redrian who gave us the overall mission?
Yes. I believe.
Redrian to
And-
try to bring together or retrieve the shards of the Storm King's crown. Would Talks Too Much have knowledge on the crown or where these shards might be found, or is there someone who might be able to help us get to the Valley of Death?
Dimitri will put it also the fact that obviously there's no rush though, there's time to actually study here first.
What kind of time frame are we on again?
Hello, you. Do you want to get down
well,
there?
you have promised to do this. You probably don't want to delay more than a month.
Okay. Sorry, what did we promise to do? Sorry. You're reading.
We've promised to find the scepter that was stolen by Immortals.
Oh, right. Ah, yes. Because that's, well, the reason why we're going to the Valley of Death is because we want to seek out Immortals and see whether or not we can retrieve the scepter to help us.
And apparently should give us a lead on the shards of the Storm King's crown.
Yes.
He does know a tablet that describes the creation of the Storm King's crown.
Ooh, where would this tablet be?
And he does know one, a display discussing the scepter that you're talking about.
That would be awesome, but I'm a little bit like Dimitri. We're currently at the Statue of the Shining One, and I don't mind a little bit of a talk.
And what did Hildren want to add?
While speaks too much at the moment, speaks too much left me. I was looking around to see if I could see any signs, like a market tends to be close to a dock. I wanted to see any signs of markets, supply shops, weapons shops.
Well, they have much in the way of bookshops, papercraft, inks and supplies.
It's an academy. So.
Yeah, I know, but
You do not see
It's
one
still a
place
city.
that sells food.
no food, no general supplies for the desert, and no weapons. Okay.
Well, that's part of why I was suggesting as a group we should join Dimitri and Talks Too Much. And
I was doing this while I was zoning out Talk Too Much.
Right, okay.
But also remember the fact that it's not like this is designed as the normal launching point for your your voyage through the desert.
Yes.
So
that was a part of my question was, is there anyone here who might be able to assist us with getting on to the Valley of Death, and does Talks Too Much have information about it? And yes, we would like to see the display and the information relating to the shards.
And yes, they do also have a section on the Valley of Death.
Okay, awesome.
As that's one of the places the river passes through.
That sounds really cool. So, am I understanding it right in the sense that Talks Too Much is telling us there's a couple of different locations we can go to get information on the Valley of Death, the Storm King Crown shards. Did Talks Too Much answer my question about if there's a person who can help us get to the Valley of Death from here?
It says there are many people who can help you get there. Some
Might be
people
bigger
more
ones.
successfully than others. And then starts to describe a whole sway of different people, ranging from those who might drop you from a great height. intending you to hit the ground hard and be part of the Valley of Death, and goes up from there.
Albrix is having more naughty thoughts and resists using her how the hell do you say that word? Illusory script to write Horrible Death's name in the sky again and give Horrible Death a name. She will try to find a space to say, is there an actual person here that we might be introduced to now?
And he says, yes, well, Horrible Death knows most of these places.
Right. Does that mean we should go back to Horrible Death to get this information?
He says you could, but he can explain it all to you because he knows it all off by heart.
Can you explain? Well, I'm on my way to go to talk to Horrible Death because area. Sorry.
As a player or as a character, when we left the Storm King site, looking for knowing that had to go to the plane of death, I got the implication that the characters actually knew the approximate location of the plane of death because hey, it's well known in legends and laws.
They're referring to the Valley of Death, not the plane of
Sorry,
death.
Valley of Death. Yeah. Sorry, plane of death. Yeah.
I was more. Oh, sorry.
Like, I'm just thinking of the fact that, like, as far as I understand, we technically don't need to find someone to lead us there or take us there.
Well, it was more of a case of if there's someone here, and this has happened for her before, particularly with River, if you ask nicely, a dragon as powerful as River will just open up a portal for you. And we could shortcut to the Valley of Death very quickly. Which is why I was asking if there was a person here that we could have an audience with, because they may help us get there. Not that we need help getting there, but if we've got the option to portal through to a town close to the Valley of Death and get supplies there, instead of spending 6 days flying there, I figured it wouldn't harm to ask.
The other thought I had is that they said that the Valley of Death is off the river, so, boat.
Yes, yes. It could be Horrible Death to take us down the river to stop near the Valley of Death. Is that a good thing? Yes, so, Ariadna gets up and checks out what damage the cat caused in the kitchen and thinks about smacking her head against a brick wall.
Sean did that.
Anything bad?
Go smack his head against the wall.
I think it's easier just to show you. This
Look,
fell off.
I'll take care of everything.
I don't know where it was before.
No, that's okay. I'll take care of it. Just
Exploratory cat's hard to deal with when looking for every form of food he can consume.
I don't see anything else. It's just
fairly sure that
Just let them out.
Technically, they're not allowed to because they're beyond the age limit allowed to wander.
Yeah, that's the same as my cat.
So basically, if we were to let them out and they were caught, they have the right to be put down.
Right.
Because
Cat containment zone.
Yeah, because they would have breached the cat containment zone. Which is why they'll never be let out.
Our cat's also the same. We don't let him out because it's bloody expensive. If he takes off, $2,000 or something.
And depending on what he's caught doing.
It's fine.
So yes,
I'm zoning out that. And basically I'm just trying to think logistics. So while I'm still scanning, but I'm slightly frustrated that it's all books and ink and... Because that's not how I do my learning, thank you.
Merc would be wondering, he'd be thinking, I wonder if I can get a dragon spell book from that shop and learn some kick-ass dragon spells. That's what he'd be thinking.
Well, it also seems to teach water magic here.
Okay. I like water. Can I go into the bookstore?
You can. Now that you've got an amulet.
If he goes into the bookstore, I follow him. Any excuse to get
You can see hundreds of books in there. This one seems to be specializing in the magic of sound.
Right up my alley. Is there a bookkeep?
There is a bookkeep here. It is a rather old-looking elf. It looks to be the equivalent of a 60 to 80-year-old human.
Okay, so that would be a very old elf, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like
Looking-
700 years.
Okay. So I would introduce myself. I would say I'm new to the area.
Oh, you're the voice he heard, he says.
It depends. Was it a good voice or an annoying voice?
Missing a few registers, but hey, there's only so many things the human vocal cords can reach, he says.
Yeah, that was definitely me. That was definitely me. I would explain our current goal, but I would say to him, we are in a path to fight the master, who is looking to enslave all the lands, all the races,
And destroy all. And Hildren goes, and destroy all elves.
enslave or slaughter all elves. Gathering, by the look of you, you have great knowledge, and you would have seen this come and passed, and evil rise and defeated many times.
It's not the first time he's tried, he says.
I'm wondering if there's anything in this shop that could help me on my quest to stop him this time.
Many things.
What would you recommend?
He says, looking at you, not seduction. He doesn't think that will work against him.
Not against him. Perhaps his minions.
He has some books on unmaking.
May I inquire as to their price?
He says. Potentially services unnamed, he says, which he can call upon whenever he wishes.
What sort of ethics and values do you hold close to yourself?
Him, that really does depend on the day and the people. He's more inclined to be supportive of elves, dragons, sometimes halflings, depending on if they're trying to eat him or not.
I don't normally do this, and it does worry me to do this.
There's a tap. Wild Fae. Wild Hunt. I feel like this is going to be a constant reminder for Merc.
What kind of requests would you make, do you
Something
think?
he cannot do himself. Otherwise, what's the point?
And when you make this request, must it be either completed, or perhaps one of my mercenaries could complete it on your behalf, or...
No, you'll do it for him.
You could have tricked him into saying a little Merc would do it.
Oh yeah, I'll do it for you. Oh, this is risky. This is risky. Merc does like a bit of risk, but he doesn't like entering in a contract without knowing all the details.
I mean, how many things are you likely to say no to?
Well, that's the other thing. If he says slit this person's throat, okay. If he's like burn this village down, okay. If he's like help these people pack and move house, okay.
I mean, I agree with two of those things.
Yeah, probably never moved house. That sounds like way too much luck work.
No, he has invisible unseen servants. We're good.
That's right. What I would do is make a promise to you that when you come and request this thing,
He doesn't have to come, he'll just summon you.
when you call on me to request this thing, I'll do everything within my power to have it completed. It may not necessarily be me, because I may not have
Oh,
the
no,
right
it will
skill.
be you. You'll just disappear from wherever you are and appear where I need you.
Well, to talk to you, absolutely, but to do the thing, I may not have the skills.
It doesn't bother him. He'll make sure you complete the task before he sends you back. He's got time.
You do, but I do not, because I am human. How powerful is this book? What am I getting in trade?
Well, what are you particularly wanting to learn, he says. Anything can defeat the master, even if it is a fluffy bunny.
How to use whatever it is to not only defeat the master, but either destroy him or send him back from whence he's came for all eternity.
He says, ending someone like that would require far more power than you have obtained yet.
Yeah.
You would have to be his equal.
Okay. So would the book give me instruction or guidance on how to gain that power?
What is it you cherish most?
At the moment, security for my family and trade routes.
And would you willingly give that up for power?
Yes.
And all those that would protect?
At the moment, I would give up my life.
What?
A bit-
He doesn't get the lives of others.
Hildren pops in here, goes, there is a difference between giving up your life and giving up the lives of your family.
Well,
And specifically, you said that you valued security for your family and trade routes, and he asked, are you willing to give that up?
I'm willing to give up my trade routes to protect my family.
Because the master was willing to give up everything other than himself.
And I suppose that's what's led him down the dark path that he has followed.
He got given a choice, he took it, and now he has nothing but himself.
I would not make the same choice.
You sure? You're already down that path.
Yeah, but I haven't come to that fork in the road yet.
Oh no, you've crossed that fork. There are other forks in place before you reach the end of it.
So at the moment, I would say no. I would not sacrifice my family for the same level of power the master has.
Well, you could still get the same level of power without sacrificing your family. He just wanted to know what you're willing to sacrifice to get power.
Okay.
Your limitations define who you are, he says.
Well, my limitation would be sacrifice of my family, or perhaps companions as well.
Thank you.
I have had many thoughts during this conversation.
Like, Hildren's there, which is why I can pepper it.
Okay, so he starts looking through some of his books and pulls out a tome that just seems to be black. It has no visible spine, pages, or even shape.
Okay. And this will help me on our quest?
It will help you unmake things.
Any more instruction than that, or is this a journey I just need to walk?
The book should teach you what you need to know, he says. Or at least start you down the path.
Alright.
No spine pages or...
Just a black tome.
There was 3 things. Spine, pages, and...
Distinct shape.
distinct shape. Cool.
Alright.
He does pull it off a bookshelf, though.
Yeah.
That's comforting. I take it.
It must be a book.
Yeah.
And bookshelf.
And I thank him. And I say I look forward to the next time we meet. And that's it. I'll walk out of the store.
And I follow.
Says, before you follow, says, do you wish for power?
I have enough. I have more than I want. I mean, wisdom is always good, but think I'll keep my. I'll keep my. I don't really have much to offer.
I have this orb of granite.
That was the other thing I was considering. Is do you know anything about the Planet of the Sky?
He says he could tell you all about it.
Yeah, but I'm supposed to learn about it myself.
Oh, okay.
You just ask for books vaguely to do with like that type of magic item.
No, I think I've got to try to actually do something with it.
I will probably not do that with my item. Not whilst we're here, at least.
Okay.
She's thinking. She's seriously thinking, but she, like, most of her knowledge isn't from books and stuff. It's from experience and folk, like, lore and stuff. It's not really her source of information. And she doesn't have spell books in the way that you have spell books and stuff. Like, she just went to
But that's
keep the
okay,
company and
because
get away from
you can
that.
quite happily learn how to use the magic item, learn about magic items by experience.
That's my plan.
Play with it. Okay, play with it.
When I get to a place where I'm willing to try. I'm also trying to keep an eye over Merc, because I know he's trying to find a way of not being the villain of his own story. And also, you know, there is the odd concern considering the influence of Piggly Wiggly.
Okay, so you've got a book that seems to be that you can read the title of Secrets of the Void.
Secrets of the Void. Alright. So I suppose when we're travelling and in a little bits and pieces, cutscenes as I would call them.
To also include And the Great Beyond.
Alright, Secrets of the Void and Great Beyond.
I'm sure you have no problems dealing with things like Cthulhu and stuff like that.
You already met somebody like that?
The Lady of the Deep.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you know, that's a book to study.
It feels like a very Merc book.
It'll help put you on the roadway to becoming the villain of your own story.
No, it could be not.
Maybe.
Or the villain of
Who
our
knows?
story.
Any power can be used for good or bad. It depends how it's used. Which is why there's a little bit of extra supervision over here.
I'm having two thoughts and I'm sure both of them are wrong. Is the Master Merc from like a evil timeline where he gave everything up?
Who knows?
And is Merc supposed to be like the anti-master?
Merc may even be related.
Yeah, that was
Who
like the
knows?
third thought that I dismissed sooner than the other two.
And how could
I did like
how
the
could I
little
not
info
side
drop
with
about the
them?
Master, though. That was fun. We got an info drop on the Master.
Yeah, no, I heard. I was just fixing up things in the laundry from the kitchen stuff.
Because
So that's good.
talking about Merc being a villain, and we just had a guy saying, "How much are you willing to give up for power?" And then tell us the Master gave up everything.
Well,
The Master might be Merc from an evil timeline.
did he give up everything? Because he gained something.
Or it may
Yeah.
even be future Merc.
He's looking to gain.
He,
The
Master-
The words was, he was offered a choice and took it, and now he only has himself. He gave him everything. The Master gave up everything but himself.
Yes, yeah. I was listening.
So that line of questions might have just been him testing to see if Merc's going to become the Master.
Could have been. Could have been.
Morality stuff.
When we're
Yeah.
talking about plausible possibilities, this is one of them.
M. Night Shyamalan twist.
That, and also I think his first line after mentioning the Master probably points to the fact that he's aware of other timelines or knows that this has happened before.
And unlike nearly every other source of information, this person seems to have a personal connection with the Master.
Okay, so yes, the way he described it when he said the Master gave up everything implied that, hey, he might have been to his bookstore as well.
He was there, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
This is the other reason that she decided not to go for any knowledge. Because she's like, this is one of those weird bookstores that disappear. You know, like the music store in Soul Music?
Yeah.
Okay, and I believe Calcritch was going to find out more about the Shining One.
I don't know. In all of that, she just got that the person who's probably got all the answers is the person she was already with. and she's gone in circles. So yeah, I think she was heading back to horrible death at that stage. But if there's information to be had on the Shining One, I'm not going to turn it down.
Okay, so it does seem to say that he learned much of his skill while protecting the Dragon Academy.
Oh, he said to protect his people very well, so that makes sense.
The shiny one.
And the
That's when he came across his siblings.
Dragon Gods granted him a suit of shining armor.
That's the name. They seem to be very literal around here. Horrible death is horrible death. Shining One has a shiny suit of armor.
Yeah, but we don't know whether he might have been the Shining One before he got the Shining Suit of Armor.
I mean, the giant dragon we met earlier was wearing armor.
There's been a lot of dragons. I'm not sure which dragon we're talking about at this stage.
And it does talk about that the Shining One's main power is speed.
Yes, because there's references to the fact that he was like the Flash.
He can move
On
so
Monday.
fast, most people only ever see him as a streak of light.
Yeah, that's what we found out on Monday, is he's a weapons master who can move so fast that it looks like he's fighting with laser beams, but it's not. It's him.
And for his perception, I think everything could just be sort of still.
Pretty much. Most of us couldn't see it. Only our weapons master could see it.
Because she
Just.
is doubling with time magic. So she can see other people doubling with time magic.
Which also makes sense because Drazzle deals with time magic and is working to be a time god.
Yeah.
Or a temporal god.
He can do time stop and all sorts of things. But we literally saw what looked like a beam of light cut through two of our party and be caught by the kobold, which we didn't know at the time was the Shining One at the other side. But what it actually was, and what Lani saw, was it was him flying, stabbing through both of them, stopping and positioning himself to look like he's catching the beam on the other side.
Cunning sausage.
He's cool. I like him.
Well, it is one of the major traits of kobolds is their cunningness. He basically represents himself as something other than he is. So people cannot defend against what he actually does.
And he's all about tactics. Which, player-wise, I like. Hildren still has issues with it.
He's a fighter times 100.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, nobody could... to everybody, it was just flashes of light, except for Lani.
And it also describes how we designed a duelist style for basically those who want to have an honor fight.
So, you know how you have a rapier, and you would have probably trained in Darrakan with the dueling style?
Yep.
That's his.
Except he does it 1,000 times faster.
That's right.
You'll slow it down if he wants to actually test people.
Which he did.
Unless, of
All of
course,
his train.
unless of course they're human, he has no love of humans.
Yeah, well, they're just kobold dinner, are they? Humans?
No, they're referred to as blade bearers.
What?
Blade bearers, because they wiped out.
Plague bearers.
They wiped out
Okay.
the first generation of servitors for the dragons.
Didn't understand the first word and I just didn't make sense.
So they had no name for them back then. Okay, so the you also had something that talked about the Storm King's crown, and something that talked about the scepters.
Because we're looking for both. Was it a display, did you
Yep.
say?
The Storm King's crown talks about how the crown itself was formed from the bone of the Storm Matron, with bits of fingers from each of the other matrons used as connection to them.
So the shards are actually the bones of
Giants.
Giants.
Mm-hmm. Whereas the crown is made from part of the skull of the Storm Matron.
Okay. Is that the Storm Matron that's dead?
Yes.
Okay, so she's been dead a long time?
She has.
Yes.
Okay, and
Imparts the power of control of all of the matrons to whoever wears it.
is this to say that the other matrons are all missing fingers?
Missing a piece of their finger.
Okay. That's not creepy or weird at all.
Just imagining like a crown made out of bones with like fingernails
And-
instead of jewels.
We know
so
who made it.
It could be fingernails rather than bone, parts of the bone.
Basically, pieces of the bone. It doesn't have to take the whole finger. You can,
Yeah, that's still
It's
a
still
weird
nasty.
way to build a crown. But I guess if you want to take the bone of something without killing it, you'd go for digits.
And that while it is worn, any of the dragon kind must do whatever you say.
Dragon kind.
No, sorry, giant kind.
Giant
Oh,
kind.
yeah,
must do
Right,
whatever you
okay,
say.
cool. Yeah, that's great. No, I get it every
And
time.
while wearing it, you must do whatever a dragon tells you to do.
Ah.
Okay,
I see. Yeah.
that makes sense.
But so in fact, it wasn't the Storm King that enslaved all the giants, it was the dragon that enslaved the Storm King to enslave all the giants.
Yes, that one.
We've always known that to be the case, though. We know that the
Yeah, but hey,
dragons.
but everyone was blaming the Storm King for doing bad stuff because he was controlling them all.
He was
In
just a
fact, the dragon
puppet.
could be behind it.
We didn't know that wearing the crown meant you had to do whatever a dragon tells you, but it makes sense.
It's-
I feel like that.
But now
came
we know,
up a few
that's what I'm
stages
saying.
ago.
It might have, I might not have been here.
It was never mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
And you wanted to say something?
no, it's
So yes, it does turn out that it really was the equivalent of a slave collar on the Storm Giant King. Yet it didn't take away free will, it just, anytime you're told to do something, you had to do that.
well, for all we know, he may have put it on willingly because he wanted all giants to bow to him and he was willing to pay the
mean-
cost like the master.
Probably.
Well, that's a very dragon-ish way of seeing it.
It does actually,
Whereas the hill giants would be in a different camp.
it does say that under there, that it cannot be put on unwillingly without knowing the restrictions.
Mm.
If you're going to be enslaved,
You
best
have,
to,
you have to choose to be enslaved.
you have to choose to be enslaved.
Well,
So best to be top dog who's enslaved, I suppose.
a lot of the themes for becoming a god, etc., is usually to willingly sacrifice something. So I would say that the Storm Giant saw it as a way to becoming a god of sorts of all giants, and the sacrifice was to do what the dragon kind people who created the crown to do it.
And the notes also state that if the crown is worn, none of the matrons can stay awake. They are forced into slumber.
Merc just thinks this sounds like slavery with extra steps.
It is, which is why Calcrix wants to return the shards to the matrons so that they can't be enslaved.
They can have their fingers back.
Also notes in there that this was a punishment inflicted upon the giants for almost destroying the world and trying to wipe out all the other races.
So really, the other
Well, that's
option would
dragon.
be-
That's dragon kind.
Well,
yeah.
they did help wipe out the previous generation of dragons.
Almost.
They actually did wipe out the previous generation of dragons. There are none dragons living now who can trace heritage back to beyond when the storm giants were made king.
Maybe I'm just wearing a hill giant strength, but that's all fake news.
Dragon news.
Yeah.
It's propaganda.
Perpetuated by Big Dragon.
The big.
As opposed to the small dragon.
Okay, and the one that talks about the scepters talks about the ancient cities of the dragons, each having a scepter representing rulership of the 10 great cities. Referring to the fact that most of them have been lost in time.
Maybe my scepter.
So, ancient city of dragons, each having a scepter to
Which was part connected to their ley lines.
was connected to ley lines and showed rulership.
It was considered the ruler of each city would be the person who used it.
So, ley line, power, like straight arrow.
I'm thinking about dipping my scepter in the ley line. See what happens.
You wanted to add something?
I presume if you can find information about the ancient cities, you might be able to get a lead on where the scepters might be.
He does list a number of names related to cities that no longer exist.
If they things that Calcrix might have heard of
There are things you can research.
in terms of her map making, as well as to where they might line up with modern day locations.
Many can, though you do note that one of them is said to be in the possession of one of the Red Dragon mages.
Okay. I know about the Red Dragon mages, but I don't remember I've met any of them, but it's a start. The quest to get the scepters was just one for Calcrix undertaking?
It was the one that is connected to the Worm's Skull Throne, which represents one of the dragon cities.
So the one that Immortals has is the one that's connected to the Worm Skull Throne.
Which is the ones that the giants were using to run their castle?
Yeah.
It seems that each of the scepters is connected to a similar throne built by dragons
Okay.
as a representation of their power.
So,
And probably a way they could have just kept track on what the Storm King was doing with his drag, which is called King's Crown.
Well, the throne had absolutely nothing to do with the Storm Kings. It was just given to them as a way to help
yeah.
consolidate their power.
Do we have names for the cities, even if they are the ancient names?
Corolina, which is the one that you're looking for. There is Alatoran, Barakur, Drakalal, High Shantar, Iltikazar, Sondar, Torglor, and Altakassamirin. Oh, sorry. One last one is Zoth Aaron.
Sof Aaron?
Yeah, Zoth Aaron, as in X.
Just to go back a pace
Mhm.
with the display for the
So
shards
that doesn't line up with any of your
that talk
items.
about the shards of the Stormcomb Crowds, which is our main mission at the moment, which is on a timeline, yes?
Mm-hmm.
The dragon who is working to free these very giants from slavery would like to see if there's any pictures showing the Storm King's crown at all?
It does. It even has pictures of dragons working on the crown.
Okay. Is there any clues there as to ways that we might locate these shards, or any information in there that might say where they'll last?
Well, the breaking of the crown is referred to removing it from the king,
Right.
because the power of the crown is broken the moment it is no longer one.
I guess I'm more interested in trying to track down these bits.
It is not separated, is what I was saying.
Right,
The
I
bro-
see.
The crown is still in one piece.
So we're looking.
The fact that it's no longer on the Storm Giant's head means that it can't be separated.
And the crown will not work for anyone but a giant,
That's all good.
which is part of its curse.
So our thing of trying to find it is then. So the people who had him entombed on the boat, they didn't remove it from him.
No.
They just collected the body and interred it in its prison.
Mhm.
And we don't have any clue as to who took the crown, how it got.
You have a
We
feeling it might have actually been Imrith or one of
Okay.
Imrith's friends.
Okay.
Yep.
Fine.
Didn't we have I'm fairly sure the frost dragon told us something about the shining one was part of the removal of the crown.
Which is why we were interested in the shining.
Who could
Oh, do we know
friends?
this was when she contacted the person on the outer planes and we don't know who it was? Do we know the being that broke the Storm King's crown and it was the shining one?
Right. So between Imrith and the shining one, we might find the crown. Okay.
Okay, you'd probably find notations with the Shining One that Imrith is a follower of the Shining One.
Okay. And we
And
know that
considered a avatar amongst the kobolds.
and Imrith is in the Valley of Death. Okay.
Down this river.
So,
With a scepter that lights up ley lines and is down a ley line.
Sucking all the energy, no doubt.
does that mean, I presume, our most logical next move is to revisit Horrible Death and see if he is willing to take us down the river?
Didn't we want supplies?
Okay.
We do.
As we're at 10:30, I will
Horrible
say
Death
that
might be able to help us out with those.
Horrible Death says he can take you anywhere along the river, including out to the ocean,
And the Valley of Death?
including the Valley of Death. Though he may not be able to take you past the Valley of Death at this point because some idiot has activated the ley line.
So the ley line being activated is by accident.
He doesn't believe so because most dragons have some sort of need to be on top.
Okay.
He says, looking at Merc specifically.
Not being on top.
Before we finish up the session,
Sure you're not a dragon.
Calquix will put in a request for an audience with Griffith. Obviously not in the middle of the lessons, as she seems to be the most likely person who might be able to tell us who lit up the ley lines and maybe help us get supplies before we head down the river.
Or you'd be going upriver.
Upriver, downriver. Towards the Valley of Death.
To simply put it, she would say that whoever had stolen that scepter would probably be able to activate the ley line.
So follow the ley line, find the scepter.
She wouldn't think many artifacts would now be around that could activate one of their ley lines.
And you said Horrible Death could take us
Up
the
to, but
Valley of Death,
Yes.
no further than.
but not past it.
Yes.
Well, we don't want to go past it because we want to go into it to find Imrith.
I'm glad we're not looking for like a whole heap of pieces of the crown that could be scattered everywhere. We're
Is
looking
there
for
somewhere
one thing.
here where we can get supplies for our trip, or somewhere along the way where we can restock our supplies?
Depending on what you need, she's sure she can find them for you. There are many helpful dragons here.
Okay. Well, we can do all of that next session because I know you said we were finishing it.
And while being here, Trellin has learned that while you have the orb, you cannot be petrified.
Nice.
The orb?
Yeah, she's got a
His artifact stone.
his stone.
Okay. Because I have an orb as well, so I was just clarifying which orb. Who had
Of
when?
granite power.
This is the granite stone that stops them turning to stone.
I want to know what you did to get that and what I have to do to learn about my pennant. But that's just going to happen.
Meditation. Through meditation.
Well, it's the secrets of the earth.
Or is that why I got the breathing on my...
Questions or things they want to learn?
Well, I was going to give each person something that they have learned while they've been here.
Oh, okay,
I see.
sorry.
Yep.
Okay, so Merc has learned because he's got the banner.
I think I've got the ingot of...
Oh, you got the ingot, haven't you?
Yeah,
No.
Because you're squishy.
because I'm squishy.
Ingot of what?
I think it's warding.
Okay.
That sounds about right.
Okay, so no one has a banner of courage.
No.
We'll go to Cetus with the claw. Okay, you've learned that if you point the claw at a dragon within 30 feet of you, it must make a constitution throw or gain vulnerability to all damage types until your next turn.
Ooh, that's pretty good.
As you basically ripped their defenses away from them.
And is that endless?
He doesn't say.
Right.
It just says what you can use it for.
Oh,
Is that till the end of your turn?
It is until his next turn.
But I can say how often you can do it.
Yep.
I don't know if you said it before. What kind of sword is it?
To you, it's like a whatever your character feels is the most appropriate sort of sword.
Okay.
Great
What sword
sword?
do you normally use?
Yeah.
double-handed great sword.
He doesn't normally use a sword. He uses pole arms.
Well, but if you use the sword, what sword will you use? So that sounds like a great sword.
Great sword?
Yeah.
Okay, so the ingot.
Unless, of course, you want a long sword with your shield as an alternative pole arm.
Okay, so while you're carrying the ingot, you have a +1 bonus to your armor class. Okay.
That means it's harder to hit the person.
It is harder to hit a person.
So we literally learn through experience. Cool.
Okay. Hilderin learns that she cannot suffocate.
That's helpful.
Even intentionally.
But that's
So,
well beyond water. That's,
I guess
No, I can hold my breath indefinitely.
yeah.
But this would mean that even if I don't get to hold my breath, I can't suffocate.
I was going to say, so that threat where you hold your breath until you turn blue in the face isn't going to get you anywhere.
Well,
So
I wouldn't
everybody
anyway.
knows that you can do that. You know how kids are like, I'm going to hold my breath?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sadly, Hildren couldn't do that anyway. She just holds her breath, nothing happens.
Okay, so Dimitri learns that he can freeze water out to 10 feet radius from a space he touches.
Okay.
And I will talk to Ariadne about which one she really wanted to take.
She intentionally didn't choose so that everyone got an item. that
They did
wanted.
choose, and there are some left over.
Mhm.
Okay. And I believe that is where we'll be finishing it up tonight, where you guys have each learned something of your items.
Sounds good.
Which was where you weren't learning everything up front.
I like that. We learn it with actual. Like, I don't have to do anything with it. I just learn it with experience.
The idea was never the player had to figure out how it worked. It was the character.
Cool.
I'm very glad I don't have to be running around stabbing people with a sword to figure out how it works.
So now I go.
I don't know, it sounds like fun.
So now I don't have to hold my breath. I just never suffocate.
Well, you never know
When was the
that.
last time
You may never learn the
20
full
years
extent of
ago.
the sword powers until you start running around stabbing people.
Well,
That is
only-
true.
There's only so
I'll
much
probably
you can
learn
learn from
faster.
studying.
Yeah, I don't imagine you with a long. I don't imagine Cetus with a long sword and a shield. Just straight up great sword.
That's the next character.
Long sword and shield.
Okay,
You
so
guys are all planning for your next characters?
Okay, Cetus and I have a specific like.
We
Sean
have-
and I have a specific reason for it.
Half our
Yeah,
party
we have-
are planning for replacing their character.
No, two
We
of
have a
us.
time limit on
No,
our
AJ's
characters.
gonna die too, remember?
Yeah, he's got
Is
like
that
2 days.
planned?
I have a will.
and death does not also mean it's permanent.
Like Hildren can't
It
actually.
could simply be a significant death that he comes back from.
Most of the time,
Yeah,
I
he's gonna
can't
become a
actually
master in
die.
3 days.
So I have a merc will.
Is
What do I
Hildren in
get?
it? What do I get?
No, the party is, well, it's mainly to my son and daughter.
So who gets the rod of Merc?
Well, I've got here the belongings I carry out will be distributed to the party members in a way that supports the continuation of the mission. So whoever thinks they can use the Merc rod to the best of its ability.
No, I feel like I need to pass it to Seiko, who can give it to your daughter or son. I'm not sure.
Well, I know my daughter ends up with it anyway because it was in her grave.
That's right.
Okay, so I'll put it on end credits at that point.
Wasn't it your son's?
Thank you for watching.
Bye, Sean's mum.
That's right.
Could have
Yes.
I was about to say we made it through a session without any of you mentioning my mum.